What's happening, everybody? It's Podcast Unlocked, the world's #1 Xbox podcast for, what is this, January something? 27th.
Yes.
Says here on my
Is
paper
it?
that I wrote. I can't even keep, all I know is it's video game season already.
What day is it? Wednesday?
I don't something like that.
I was actually confused then. I was like, no, yes, it's Wednesday. What is this year?
This is episode 230. I'm Ryan McCaffrey. To my right, the svelter than ever, Destin Legary.
Thanks. This is a new shirt.
It's a nice shirt.
Nice.
I like that.
Thank you.
You know Marty Sleva.
What this? Okay, so this episode's gonna be real weird because this microphone's real low. I can't.
You're like hunched over, like
There, I don't know what's happening. I'm very uncomfortable.
You got a baby microphone.
Cool rap
We're gonna
into
we're gonna
that.
make it work. We're gonna make it work.
And
look
to my immediate left, dressed appropriately for the
Yes.
occasion, our newest addition to the team, Alana Pierce.
Hi.
Hi.
What's
Wearing
up?
a PlayStation hat.
Yeah, I
Traitor.
know. Well,
just
it's
kidding.
Just, no,
She's
but the-
multi-platform
the,
here.
like, so this has, the little PlayStation symbols, and the green just perfectly matches the screen.
Oh, nice.
You actually blend into the
Some
background.
kind of conspiracy. I know.
Yeah, you're a
I'm
human
shocked
green
by
screen.
how much I match this right now.
Chill.
So you are our toys and culture editor.
Yes.
You come to us by way of Down Under.
Yeah, I
as we
came from
call it here
Australia.
in America.
America?
Yeah. Isn't that how you guys say it?
America.
I guess not.
You tried. It's fine.
I tried.
But yeah, it basically means that I write about toys and all of the collectibles and stuff, and I'm particularly eyeing off this guy right here.
It's a good gig. We have a lot of these in America. I don't know if you know.
the cat helmets.
Monster
yeah.
Chiefs?
We
At
got a
one
lot,
point-
we have a lot
Yeah,
of these.
several
a
whole
lot of
Monster
these
Chiefs.
helmets.
Really?
We have like 30 of these in the office.
So
Yeah,
the
at one
only
point
that
there was
I've
a whole
seen-
office with these like lined on the wall.
Is it the special edition one where the game fits in?
Yeah,
inside?
Halo 3.
Uh-huh.
Missing the copy of Halo
Yeah,
3.
so for whatever reason, I've never seen it with the base before.
Real dusty.
Oh, really?
There's a number
It's
on the
real
back
dusty.
here. Is that the
Yeah,
edition?
you can see they made way too many of them. This
They
is
made
number
a lot of
374137.
To be fair, Halo 3 was a pretty big deal. I feel like they would have pre-ordered out of them.
Not well. Clearly, they overestimated.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we got that many of
the
them.
demand for because weren't these 150
Yep.
at
Yeah.
launch, and then they
Yeah.
dropped to like I think at one point they were $40 or something
Wow.
for this thing.
I mean, the quality's not that great.
it's nice.
It's just like a
no,
plastic.
it's nice though. It's
It
like,
looks cool.
But it's like a toy. It's just like a sort of
It's
feels
just
like
a
a
thing.
Fisher Price toy.
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
being at this launch event. The line was like down the block.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
People were crazy.
Halo
Yeah.
3 launch was
Yeah, the Halo
was a
3
big
launch
deal.
was insane.
So you're also going to be covering some games as well.
Yeah, I
You've-
just reviewed Lego Marvel's Avengers today. That should be up in a matter of hours. So by the time
by
people
the
watch
time
this,
anyone
it will
hears
be up.
this. Yeah.
And
What is the coolest toy to cross your desk so far since you've worked here?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I think the one that I like the most is the Kratos God of War because it's like I have this huge statue of Kratos. It's like 26
you sit
inches.
Directly next to me.
Yeah, so you're
I-
familiar with him.
He, like,
his
lords
loincloth-
over
And
me.
his
His
butt.
loincloth is real close to
Yeah,
mine.
I'm getting an
Yeah.
upskirt shot,
Yeah.
on like buffalo shot on a
it's
daily
just like,
basis
while
with this
I'm
guy.
walking-
Buffalo shot.
Are you not familiar?
Please don't give me that look. That's not a thing.
Please
Oh.
explain it, Ryan.
It's exact. If a dude's wearing a skirt and or a kilt of some sort, it's you go up there and you got some round mounds to look at.
Stop nodding like that's a thing.
She is.
She doesn't know. She's being contrarian. I don't like this. I'm gonna
To be
grab that
fair,
thing. Okay.
with the I posted like an article that was like almost how we're going to be approaching toy reviews of
Yeah.
him, and there were a lot of photos of his loincloth and like his undergarments. It was like, this is very impressive. Sorry, it's creepy.
So for all of Marty, I'm going to tell you how I learned
Got the high
where
chair.
I learned about buffalo shot.
Oh, this is a
'Cause
therapy
it is,
session
It is
now.
an unlikely source. It is not a windowless white van kind of situation, thankfully. No, I learned it from Mystery Science Theater 3000. They were watching. They were doing like I think it was one of the old Hercules movies, and so they're all in like the kilt skirt, man skirt things. And they did a song at one point during the movie is what prevents a buffalo shot? Pants, et cetera, et cetera. So I learned what a buffalo shot was.
The
from
etymology of the
great-
term buffalo shot.
the Great Mystery Science Theater 3000, which is coming back.
I know. I'm excited.
I kickstarted it. I was
did
part
it.
of the solution.
You did.
not the problem.
The only thing that I've kickstarted at this point is ukulele.
Good. That's
Oh,
the only
nice.
thing you need to kickstart.
Nothing else.
Marty, you got to be in on that one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that I've seen on Kickstarter that I'm like, this sounds very cool, but ukulele, like a bunch of ex-Rare devs making something that's Banjo-Kazooie. I was
Yeah.
like, I can't not contribute
Yeah.
to this. My life would be a lie.
Have you kickstarted anything yet, Destin?
The Double Fine one, the
Yep.
first big Kickstarter thing. That's the only game
Double
I ever
Fine Adventure?
kickstarted. Yeah.
Meaning Broken Age.
Yeah. Broken
Yeah,
Age.
yeah, that
Yeah.
was really successful, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
That was
I
one
did
of the
the
big
big-
game one.
I
I,
mean, that
was
game
like
is also
10
very
million
good.
or something crazy.
Yeah.
I did Broken Age, Carmageddon
3.4
Reincarnation,
million.
which
I
I
overestimated.
hilariously barely played, and then I just did whatever we were just talking about.
Ukulele?
Nope, not that one.
No, the
Buffalo
one before
Shot?
that.
No,
Buffalo
Mystery
Shot
Science Theater
64?
3000. Yes,
that's it. There we go.
Buffalo
Back to
Shot
Buffalo.
64.
Shot.
Started Buffalo
White
Shot
band.
64.
Yeah.
And then Psychonauts 2. I got in on that also.
You figged it.
I did. I like Fig Newtons. That's what the reward should be. The
Fig Newtons?
The Fig reward should be Fig Newtons.
Do you guys think they're going to make a lock helmet for the next Halo?
No,
Well,
if they
actually-
want no one to order the.
As I am the
Yeah.
toys editor, Project Triforce make a whole bunch of like really, really high quality helmets, and they're planning to do like pretty much all of the squad from Reach. So they're like
Oh, that's
making
cool.
helmets of everyone, and I wouldn't be surprised if they ended up doing a lock.
I know
that's
you
cool.
since you started working here, you appropriated the Forward Unto Dawn Master Chief and Hunter statue.
Oh my god, I love that.
Yeah, which Destin broke.
Oh,
My,
was on my
you
desk.
jacket fell on it. I felt really bad.
It's like really high quality. I'm amazed that you managed to break that. But
It was
I
a
wanted
real
one
heavy
of those
jacket.
forever.
It was on the floor, to be fair.
It was
Okay.
not on the floor.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was on top of the box, which was on
it
the
was
floor.
a part of my desk. It was an extension of my desk. It was not on the floor.
Yeah.
Took your Locke anger out on that statue.
Yeah.
Destin doesn't like Locke.
Locke didn't even exist when he broke
an
it.
idiot.
Hunters are pretty frustrating. But no, that statue was amazing, and I've wanted one for so long, and now it's just so dwarfed by all of the other giant stuff on my desk.
Yeah.
When I got that statue and was allowed to put it on my desk, I was so excited because I've always wanted it, and now I'm like, well, it's kind of just in the back there.
Now
You've
Kratos
also-
is like, "What's up?"
yeah.
Like you've also been here 2 months and you've already like filled,
run out of
you've
room.
maxed out your desk.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
this is
yeah.
gonna go well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, we have a weird amount of Playboy magazines in the corner of this office
Yeah,
somewhere.
we
And they're
do?
planning
Really?
to chuck a bunch
In
of
the
those
magazine
out.
rack behind
No idea.
Brandon.
It's like someone's collection.
Stevening.
So we're planning to chuck those out so I can start putting my statues on there, and I'm just gonna like trade them off one by one so that it's always my desk is always really full. I don't think I can get rid of that Kratos now. He's part of my life.
Just knock
He
over all of Andrew's dumb Persona garbage.
That's
and just
true.
does have a
put it
lot
there.
of Persona
He
stuff.
does.
What's Halo memorabilia to Kratos statue ratio at your desk?
You have
I
two
have- I
Halo
have-
things
I
because you have the
have-
Needler too.
Oh yeah, I have
the
a Needler.
comically large Needler.
Yeah, 1/1 scale Needler. I have the Hunter with the Chief, and I also have this little Lego style Ghost. So I actually
nice.
have more Halo than anything else.
Nice.
But Kratos is still larger than all of them combined. Actually, probably not the Needler.
Do you have
The
any
Needler's
Master
pretty damn
Chiefs
big.
with buffalo shots?
No, I don't.
They
I
wear
don't think he's ever
armor.
worn a skirt.
You can. Okay, you know what?
Do you
Ma-
even
You
Halo?
can't Buffalo shot.
You can
Mjolnir
totally
armor.
buffalo shot. Buffalo
Sean
shot is
Finnegan.
a made-up term. I can use it however I want.
No, it has a meaning. Damn
But
it.
it's for a very specific thing.
Sean Finnegan has a Spartan with Mjolnir armor.
Though I suppose
Really?
Master Chief's balls would be
It was before
like
you
the
were here.
ghostliest white balls
Yeah,
you've
real
ever
pale-
seen in
real
your
pale
life.
balls. Well,
Like-
Kratos' balls are probably because they're covered in his wife's ash.
Ashes, yeah.
Yes.
Also
Right.
probably quite large because he's so big. You're just like, you feel like they just.
I feel like
I'm
they
not
would
gonna-
have like back then didn't they like castrate kids to make them warriors? That's what they did in 300.
That's
I
true.
don't think they would do that to the God of War.
That was great.
Wow, right after the castration.
Yeah, I'm like, I have a secret.
There's no buffalo shot
How did
here.
how did I become a father? It doesn't make any sense.
What a weird opening.
What is my wife not telling me?
Anyway,
Anyways,
What is your favorite thing about America so far, or least favorite thing?
huh?
I want to know.
hash browns.
All right.
I've never
We're
been to
gonna talk about
Australia.
hash
I really want to go. I've never been, so I'm curious what your perspective
So
is.
my favorite thing about America is the cultural diversity. Like, this is a really serious answer to give on it.
Yeah, no, this
podcast,
is
but,
good.
Because there's so many people in
Real
America
talk.
and it's quite big, I think you can go to a city like the difference between Oakland and San Francisco and San Jose is culturally enormous.
Yeah.
They feel like totally different places. They look like totally different places. So the difference between cities like New Orleans, San Francisco, LA, totally, totally different. Whereas in Australia, all of the main cities or even kind of regional places still feel kind of the same. There's like some things that are specifically Melbourne, which would be like the kind of hipster culture, and then Sydney's more businessy, but they're all still familiar. You never
Yeah.
feel in a totally different place. Whereas if you wander around a different city in America, everything feels different. So I feel like traveling America is so much more valuable and just more fun because there's so much variety in that. My least favorite thing is how expensive haircuts are in San Francisco.
Everything here.
Haircuts?
$90.
That's the too expensive thing.
$90 for a haircut?
I go to Supercuts.
How long?
$20.
So how long does your haircut take?
Well, see, prior to now, I've always cut my own hair.
Okay.
So I don't know how long it would take me to do it.
Therefore,
but-
how do you not know they're $90 equivalent dollars?
Well, I haven't always done that, just been recently. So usually they're
Was
like
it worth it?
$18, right?
Yeah.
And then I like had to book an appointment this week because my hair's a mess. And it was like $90 at some places. It's
Why did you?
ridiculous.
I already. You
What
have
might
an
I say?
in.
Yeah, that was.
You better
that was
be in the chair
complicated.
for like 2 hours getting
Well, no, I
massages.
didn't book that
and-
one. I was like, there is no. I like on the phone. I was like, yeah, I'm not paying for that. Good day. It's also like grilled cheese sandwiches and then there's like all
What?
of.
Oh, don't go
They're
there.
really expensive
Don't
here.
go to the grilled cheese place.
So
You're making so many mistakes.
So expensive.
big part of this show, we're all big In-N-Out fans. Have you been to In-N-Out Burger
Yeah.
yet?
You're not
Okay.
gonna like her opinion.
It's okay.
Just okay,
Yeah.
huh? Didn't do it for you? I mean,
Like
hey,
because people
to each
talk
their
about
own.
it, I was expecting it to
Yeah,
be
it
amazing.
gets built up to myth-like
yeah, and I was like,
status,
you know what?
right?
It's like it's.
Well, all right.
Take up
Where's
our-
your favorite burger
But
place?
have you
then?
been to McDonald's? Have you set the bar?
You know,
Like,
I actually haven't had
See,
McDonald's
they
in
have-
America.
They have
now you'll,
McDonald's over there.
and it's way worse here.
I
than
really like
overseas.
BYOB.
Oh, where's that?
What?
Build your own burger. Is that it? Yeah.
That sounds right.
They had one in New York, and it was
Oh.
just like this
okay.
amazing, delicious burger where you just get to choose all the ingredients on a little checklist thing.
That's like we do have something similar here called the Counter Burger. Have you guys been to the
Yeah.
Counter's really
Yeah.
good.
I
All
just
good
assumed
stuff.
that was everywhere.
No.
But yeah, in
No,
and
that
out,
might
I'm
be a
like,
New
yeah,
York.
It's cool.
Yeah.
It's fine. You know,
Yeah.
it's.
All right,
takeaway
you're off the
burger.
show. That was
Go
a
to
good
Sorry.
when you're
appearance.
New York for Toy Fair. Go to Shake Shack.
Shake Shack's good.
They have
Shack's
that, I
secret
think
place.
I had that
Burger
in Vegas.
There is
there a
one in
Shake Shack
Vegas.
Vegas?
I like
Yeah.
In-N-Out Burger. There is sort of you can kind of go one way or the other. Shake Shack Burger is super rich, which
Yeah.
is can be good or a little much.
I think I liked Shake Shack. I don't really remember.
But it is
they
good.
had nice fries.
They do have good
Yeah.
fries.
In-N-Out's fries are terrible.
Crinkle fries.
Yeah, they're really
Real
soggy.
bland. They're real
Yeah,
blank.
They're super blank.
Goldfarb gets them well done, and that elevates them in his opinion.
He's a smart boy.
You can
Yes.
request to
At
get them
In-N-Out?
well done.
You can pretty much
In-N-Out's fries suck.
In-N-Out will do
There's nothing you can
whatever
do
you
about it.
want
They
with
have
the
good
with
shakes.
the
Yeah,
four
with
the
things
5
that are on the
ingredients
menu.
they have,
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I heard there's a secret menu.
There's a secret
Yeah,
menu.
like I always get a 3x3, which is not technically on the menu.
What's
It's,
that?
just a
Heart
triple
attack and a
cheeseburger.
That's cool.
You can go up to 4x4. Evidently, they used to let you go as high as you want, but then people abused it, and I don't know. It just became
Yeah,
a,
just to like make it a joke.
Yeah,
They're like, this is
exactly.
just getting irresponsible. There's far too much meat on
Anyway,
this.
I guess we should get back to video games.
Yeah.
No.
But it is good to get to know Alana a little bit.
This is kind of like our internal catch-up session at the company. We're all so busy, we don't really talk.
It's true. She
Right,
sits
and I
next to
sit
me,
next to each other,
and
and
I
this is, like, the
learned
most
more
we've
about her.
spoken.
Yeah, in the
Yeah.
last 5 minutes. So Oxenfree, I finished.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess you guys have both finished it. That's
Yeah.
not
Have you
I,
a chance to
I
try
haven't
yet?
had time to play it yet.
highly
Well,
recommended.
yeah.
I really wanted to talk about it, and now we can't.
No, go ahead.
well,
go ahead.
we're
It's my
not gonna-
fault.
we're not
It's
gonna
so
spoil anything, but-
Spoilery though.
Don't
we're not,
spoil
We're not
it.
going to spoil anything. Okay.
I give
Marty,
up.
why is it good? Tell me why you think it's good.
I think it handles. I mean, it's a
Without
you
using
haven't
the
played
word
it yet. It's an adventure game, but it's the way it handles dialogue and puzzles and stuff is that you're always walking and talking.
Yeah.
And so, unlike a Telltale
You're
game,
moving.
where it
You're
has-
going
yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah.
And the game sort of recognizes that you can like leave a conversation. The character will be like, "Well, I guess you didn't want to talk about that."
Yeah.
But it's about a handful of kids on an island, and the island pretty much turns into the island from Lost, and weird things start happening. But the way it handles like sort of a coming of age story and real topics like death and love and like that sort of thing, I think it handles it really well in a sort of stylish way.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the
It's
dialogue
like
of
if
the
Life
Gilmore
is
Girls.
Strange was done right.
Yeah, Life is Strange was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You used the 6 times. You failed.
All right,
I was trying to
Dustin.
ignore you so I didn't get spoiled, so I just counted
I
the
didn't
dots.
spoil anything.
No,
Yeah, real good game.
Love it
It's like
enough.
5 hours long.
Yeah.
Real smart, fun, gorgeous.
Yeah,
I'm gonna play
I
it.
loved
It's on my list.
I love the ending, including the end. I got a kick
Yeah.
out of it. No spoilers, but yeah, it's just it's definitely similar in style to Telltale in the sense of the story is the game.
Yeah.
There are no puzzles.
Yeah.
There is interactivity, but not a lot. But yeah, I just feel like it was a very refreshing change of pace from the Telltale
Yeah.
style. And the fact that it was one 5-hour contained thing and not an episodic thing I had to wait 6 months between
Yeah.
episodes for.
I mean, I honestly liked it because it was like the most Twilight Zone video game I think I've ever played.
Yeah.
Just that you trying to figure out what's actually happening on the island was so much fun.
Yeah.
Like, and the way that the characters react to everything that's happening is just, I was really, really interested the whole time.
A few good jump scares in there too.
Couple really good jump scares. Yeah.
So many jump scares.
Yeah.
The environments are also very pretty and the soundtrack is incredible.
Yeah. Amazing soundtrack.
And
Yeah.
I feel like I could probably recommend that game to majority of people, and I think they would like it, except that it's kind of slow paced. I think
That's
some people
fair.
would
I
get
mean, that's
annoyed with
fair.
how slow it is, but for the most part, I think a lot of people would really like it.
Yeah, and I love the fact that this was announced at GDC last year and it's already out.
And it's
more
great.
of that 9
Couple
month
of crashes
window.
and
Yeah, they've been patching it since launch.
yeah.
Have you had any problems, or did you?
Big time.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't
You had
want to
crashes as well?
overstate it, but I played on Xbox One, and it crashed on me at least once every session. And
Was
I
that
played
pre-release?
Pardon me?
Was that pre or post-release?
Oh, post. And in fact, I played it the first night I played. Actually, I think the first night I played, I might have got through unscathed, but I didn't play long. I played like 20 minutes, and I was like, oh, I'm so tired. But then the next time I went to play, it took a 1.1 gig update.
Wow.
And then just crashed a bunch of times.
Oh, damn.
And
I heard they're fixing that, though.
Yeah, but I actually got a tweet from one of the Oxenfree team members today, just saying, because I tweeted out my appreciation of the game after I finished it, and they were like, "Oh, thanks." And the next, the update should be rolling out here very soon. So if you haven't played Oxenfree yet, do so.
Totally
and hopefully
play
by
it,
the time I don't know when the update's coming out, but hopefully things will be better on the stability
what
side
score
soon.
did IGN give it?
8 something.
Yeah,
Callie,
Callie
right?
gave it an 8 something, 8.5, I think.
Yeah, I feel like that's fair.
I would have given it a 10.4.
I mean, it is really good.
Out
But there are some
of
flaws.
10, right?
It's not it's not a masterpiece point four.
Yeah, no, man, the fact that we're a month into the year and we already have that in The Witness makes me real happy.
No, it's been a
Yeah.
good year already.
I guess we'll talk about this for just a second. I mean, it is a PS4 game, but I guess it's just
PC game, too.
it's unfortunate that Jonathan Blow. I mean, I guess there are politics involved, right, and things behind the scenes. It's unfortunate that The Witness has turned into a fantastic game. Jonathan Blow was put on the map by Xbox with Braid, and now The Witness is not on Xbox. It's unfortunate.
Yeah,
I mean,
and Sony helped
Every
fund the game
exclusive
away.
is unfortunate, I figure. Like, I'd prefer if everything was on every console.
of course. Why
Yeah.
should
Be much
why
better.
should everybody should have access to great games?
I'm bummed
Yeah.
more people can play Rise of the Tomb Raider this year. I'm bummed.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't think
PC
anyone
version's
wins
out
with
this week.
Yeah,
exclusives.
that's right.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So they haven't announced anything about when a PlayStation version
Uh,
is
Just
later
the
this
fall.
year.
Yeah.
They said
Yeah.
the fall. Yeah.
I think that's just to the detriment of the product, though. I mean, if it was on Xbox, I'd be playing The Witness, but it's
Yeah.
not. So
Totally.
sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
Now
It's
I
like,
gotta wait.
I think it's
Well,
a lot of the
for
time to
PC.
do with
Well, you have a
like
PS4,
with the
don't you?
Witness. I think it was a funding thing.
Yeah.
It would
Well,
have
that's
been
the
like
thing.
that
I
he
mean-
needed the money early, and Sony offered it to him.
Right.
That's,
That's,
what I
that's the
assume.
business is Sony, you're right that it's fewer people technically can play the game, but at the same time, if Sony steps in and helps bankroll it, just as Microsoft did with Rise of the Tomb Raider.
I wonder if Rise of the
it's-
Tomb Raider paid off though.
Well, we'll never really know, right?
Yeah.
Because Microsoft,
They're
the
not
only-
gonna tell us
The only
what they
metrics Microsoft gives are weird abstract engagement things that are odd. But
Millions of people see the dashboard every day. Does that count? If I like,
but
how many times I see the dashboard every
Like,
day?
are you including foot traffic at your stores?
Yeah.
Like,
But how many consoles did you sell this year compared to
just-
last year? Of course the number's going to be up. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, that's where it's advantageous for Sony, where if they, or Xbox, depending on what the case is if they do enough of those, where they get those, they kick in some money on the game and get the exclusive, then it's suddenly you're like, oh, look at all these exclusive games this platform has, and this platform. I
Yeah.
need that platform.
Yeah, I mean,
'cause
like
it's got all these
none
games
of,
on it.
I mean, we talk about this literally every week. None of those like sort of fan favorite PS4 games are going to move a console. Like The Witness
Correct.
isn't going to move a console. The Double Fine games aren't going to move a console.
Correct.
But when you
collectively-
really
That
zoom
install
out
base.
and there's like
Yes.
10 of
Yeah,
those,
you
and
see
you're
a
like,
list.
oh man, I want to play Grim Fandango and Broken Age and The Witness.
that
and
might
yes.
move a console.
Yeah,
Firewatch.
and Firewatch, and you're like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Tomb Raider is just an interesting one because obviously Microsoft would have had to pay to get that early, but it didn't sell that well from what I can tell.
But they're
Yeah.
So it's like,
Microsoft
was it worth it?
They've got a lot of great stuff on that's in the same boat. I mean, Inside and Cuphead and Tomb
Yeah.
Raider.
Cuphead looks awesome.
And Below.
Yeah.
There are a lot of them
Yeah.
on both sides. It's just the Sony ones are all coming out right now with The Witness and Firewatch. So
Yeah.
that's kind of what's getting
It's also
more
like
of the
some
attention.
people
but-
don't realize, like some people after they said with the Tomb Raider thing, they were like exclusive to Xbox this year. Immediately I was like, okay, it's coming out on other stuff later. But a lot of people didn't think about that. It's the same as when Destiny, all of the marketing was to do with PS4.
Yeah.
Some people thought it was only PS4 just
And
because
it's like, no,
of that.
just because
It's
that
still
logo's
that way,
at the end.
too.
yeah, but a lot of people
But that
seem to
goes a
assume
long
that.
way.
Yeah,
that's why that's why the publishers continue to do those deals
Yeah.
is because they do
'Cause it
work.
works,
They
yeah.
do work. I mean,
Even at the Sony conferences, they make it seem like it's only on PS4,
course.
and in
Yeah.
super fine print, it says
Also,
not
well,
and
exclusive.
Microsoft
Yeah.
would do the same thing, like back when they had the Call of Duty
Yeah.
deal with
Oh,
the
yeah.
30 days first on.
Yeah.
Everybody does it, and it's a strange part, but a reality of
Yeah.
of our
Their-
of the
Their
business.
tag
world.
was like PlayStation is the home of Call of Duty or something like that. Something very close to that.
exactly.
And yeah, it used to be Xbox. So they were
Yeah,
kinda
that one
like-
has swapped around, right? It was
Yeah.
Xbox for a
Same thing with
really long
Ubisoft
time.
games. Like AC seems to swap every year. Far
That's
Cry
true.
Five.
Whoever gives them the most money.
Yep.
Follow the money.
We have some other big stuff coming around.
Well,
the
yeah,
bend.
the other one I just wanted to mention
Tomorrow.
I'm not sure if
I
any
gotta
of you
go.
guys have
No,
played
just
this yet. I played a little bit, but Ark Survival Evolved is quietly one of the biggest, most popular, and most successful games on Xbox One right now.
Yeah,
It's-
tons of people are playing it.
It's huge. It's a preview program game, which is of course Xbox's early access program. So you can play it now. It's effectively a playable alpha. I mean,
So
that's
it's like an open world, sandbox survival, right?
correct.
Yeah.
Like Rust
Yep.
or whatever.
Yeah, sort of.
Rust is the one that always comes to
Yeah,
mind.
totally.
Yeah, big open world. Lots of people can be on a server, and then it's just do whatever. You gotta craft items. You can eventually work your way up to make a torch. You make a shirt. You make a campsite. Then eventually you're taming dinosaurs and
That's so cool.
all kinds of crazy stuff.
I bet that game's got buffalo shots.
Yes,
Probably
Yeah.
because this one was on PC first, right?
correct.
And I think I remember seeing it was just hugely successful on PC. It was always being played by people on my friends list, so I've always wanted to play it. But
And this is actually one to the conversation we were just having. It is also coming to PS4, but because it's in preview
Xbox
program,
first.
people think of this as on the console side as an Xbox game, but it's $35 if you want to play it now. Understanding again, it's rough,
Yeah.
but it's super. What's there is super fun. But here's the cool part is if you do the preview program thing now for $35, you won't have to pay when it finally hits 1.0 done official release.
so this is going to be one of the first times that's happened on console, right?
It is. This
Interesting.
is sort of the first headliner Xbox
Yeah.
preview program game.
I wonder if that'll start happening more often now. I hadn't even
will.
considered that it would.
I mean, look what early access has done for the PC in the PC space.
Yeah.
I mean, games have made a lot of money and really aided their development process by more or less crowdsourcing the feedback and QA loop.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I expect to see a lot more of
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just become like par for the course on PC. Like
Yeah.
Darkest Dungeon just finally released, even though it's been in early access for the better part of a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Minecraft itself. People
Yeah.
were paying $15 or $20
I had that when it was an alpha.
for Minecraft
Yeah.
when it
Oh,
was
yeah.
before it was quote unquote done, and then of course it went on to become what it is. But yeah, so Ark is. I played a little bit of it, a couple hours, and it is kind of the dinosaur game that I've always wanted to play, where it is just open world. Can you survive? You can fight the dinosaurs. You can eventually try to tame them. And you can play cooperatively with other people. You can attack other tribes of people, of other players. It's pretty wild, and it's definitely worth checking out.
You know what sold me on Ark? This dumb clip I saw on highlight reel
Yeah.
where this brontosaur was like glitched out in some geometry. So all the players were like giggling and shooting it. And then it died and went flying 1,000,000 feet in the air and then like ragdoll onto the ground. They were having a great time. I'm like, I want to experience moments like that.
That was what gravity was like back in dinosaur times.
Oh,
That's
yeah?
true.
Yeah. I read that in
Back
a
before
Gravity also evolved.
Back
Yeah.
before climate
Interesting.
change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I read that in a novel.
It looks like a ton of fun. I have to try it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I think I'm definitely going to as well.
Ark is a game. I mention it not only because a lot of people are playing it, but it's not really getting. There's no marketing for it, right? So you might not know about it. It's
Kinda
just
word of
sort
mouth.
of. It's sort of word of mouth under the radar.
Yeah.
So
A lot
if
of
you're-
people Twitch streaming it.
Yeah, if you're
Yeah.
looking for something cool to play on Xbox right now, I mean, of course, Oxenfree is great, but that's 5 hours. Once you're finished with that, yeah, Ark Survival Evolved, it's probably going to, I would say, from what I've played, even the couple hours I've played, it's worth $35, particularly when the game's going to, it's already had a couple of major
Updates.
content updates, and it's going to continue to get better and more polished and add more features until it's done. It's supposed to be out in the summer.
Right.
So it's going to continue to progress up through then.
This is the year of the caveman dinos.
It is.
Far Cry. We're gonna have Horizon later on in the year.
That's true.
Every
Wild
single
seems
time
like they're
someone
caveman
says
dinos.
December, I keep thinking that it's December. Because that's my summer.
That's my
Right.
least.
June,
That's my
right?
least favorite
Oh,
thing
yeah.
about Australia.
Is that we have
Is
different-
everything's backwards, and fire scorpions.
Go backwards. And
Ah.
also,
I like
guns.
Ark, but I really like post-apocalyptic settings, and like I'd really like a shooter in that environment.
Well, Destin, what have I got the game for
have
you?
we got a segue
Yeah?
for you?
Oh my goodness!
Oh my goodness! Yeah, the Division beta debuts
Yeah, tomorrow.
tomorrow. Wow,
I'm
you
a little
are-
excited.
You are fired up. Just you take the floor is
But, no,
yours.
but you're,
All right,
you're also
Division-
going
Go.
to PAX.
I'm bringing
Are
a
you?
console.
I'm doing it.
Are you serious?
God, you do that all the. Remember when
Yeah.
where did you bring it to New York Comic Con to play Destiny?
Yeah.
but-
God, you're
Yeah.
sick,
What-
Destiny.
No, but
You
I'm going
probably-
to PAX 2 and I'm thinking about it. I'm like,
Hold
I
on.
really
Yeah.
want to play The Division.
You guys should play together.
Yeah,
We could.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Bros.
Because you've got downtime where the video's just rendering, right? So then you can go play. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm going to be playing The Division.
The beta debuts on Xbox One. It's a day before it hits PS4. I think it's a day,
Yeah.
Really?
if I remember right.
So now I have to decide which console I can pack into my luggage easiest.
PS4 is lighter.
PS4
so
is-
so unfortunately, I might start on PS4, and when I get back, I'll be hitting Xbox One.
I mean,
When you get
it's not
back,
like
the beta will be over.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's
It
not like
ends
the
on
beta
Sunday?
stuff's gonna transfer over. So
I pretty much can't play Thursday because I'll be traveling all day. So that's something I
Hashtag
have to
Destin
consider.
problems.
Oh my goodness. But I really want to play The Division. Definitely going to be playing this weekend. Are you guys going to be playing?
Yeah.
I can't wait for this game because I guess we went through most of this
Yeah,
on
yeah.
last week's show where I think everybody just sees the potential in this game and wants it to be
Yeah.
really good. And now we're about to finally
Yeah.
not find out definitively, but get a taste of
Yeah.
how this thing really is.
They've
So
done
yeah,
a really weird job of showing it off. Like at the E3s, they show like a group of people on stage saying scripted stuff that no gamers ever
Yeah.
say to each
yeah.
other. Like it's hard to anticipate what it's actually going to be like when
Yeah.
that's all they show us is scripted stuff. So I'm
well,
really
let's-
hoping it's good.
choreographed.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
choreographed.
Yeah.
There's literally a script that they're reading, and
Yeah.
then in the game
All of their actions.
they've rehearsed exactly
Yeah.
what they're going to do in
And
the
they're
game.
like, they just don't even sound natural at all.
yeah.
What was I going to say about this? I forget. Damn.
Good
Hate when
stuff.
hate when that happens.
So it's hitting Xbox first on Thursday.
yeah, third. So that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Thank you. We'll be if you're stuck at work, stuck whatever if you can't be playing it, we will be streaming it. Be myself and Brandon Tyrell at 1:00 Pacific on tomorrow, Thursday. So look out for that, and I'm going to be playing it for the first time right along with you guys watching it for the first time. So I'm stoked for that.
I hope servers hold up.
I hope so.
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise, we're gonna have a
We
really
talked
terrible
about that
stream.
challenge for Ubisoft. They haven't handled
Yeah, I mean,
the
aside
game
from
with
the-
this much
Aside from the
buzz.
crew, which
I
obviously
mean-
didn't have as
Yeah.
much hype around it.
Destiny did fine when it launched, didn't it?
That's
So there's
Bungie,
a
though,
fair-
and
that was
Activision.
we have
Like,
more
I'm just
money
saying
to get.
Ubisoft-
Have Ubisoft done anything that's like
Nothing
this?
like
they did
this.
the crew, which
They did
not a lot of
Assassin's
people
Creed,
played.
which had problems.
But
at launch.
Assassin's Creed was only 4 players. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like
This is a big challenge for Ubisoft. I can't wait
Yeah.
to see how they do. Hopefully, they do well. I'm wishing.
yeah.
them
See,
well.
I
some
was
stuff for
I
them.
was approaching that the opposite way, where I was like, well, they haven't done it before, so why would we assume it's going to be bad? But it totally could be. Yeah.
because they haven't done it before.
Yeah.
Because we're
Exactly. Yeah.
pessimists.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, that's what the beta's for, I guess.
Yeah.
I
I'm
mean-
worried, but I'm hopeful. I really hope they have it ready to go.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, join us on the stream tomorrow. We'll come right back and do some news now that we're
40
20,
minutes in?
28 minutes in the show.
Yeah.
I guess we should
We're
start the show.
gainering.
We are in fact. Be right back. All right, news time. I want to start with something that warms my little black charred heart.
Wow.
I
Sorry,
love
Ryan.
My
Burnout.
Chemical Romance.
Everybody that listens to this show knows I love Burnout. In my opinion, it is the best racing game of all time. Not a joke. Stand
No,
by
Burnout
it.
is really good.
Yeah. Burnout's real good.
And
I wish I could hit the cars into things, though.
What?
It's a golf game. Come on, just keep reading.
I don't even know where
That
you're
doesn't even
going
make
with
sense.
that.
And you can also hit the
can
cars
do
into
that.
things and burn
He was
cars.
inviting
never
a cool
mind. I
segue.
tried.
No,
I
he
tried.
gets real excited about
Well,
segues.
Destin, let me tell you about dangerous golf.
Oh, cool.
You're really good at that, actually.
Thank
No,
you.
he's not.
Oh,
Don't encourage
cool.
him.
Dangerous golf?
Tell
That's
me more.
what's missing from my life.
I quit again.
Anyway, Ryan.
Okay, so the founders, Alex Ward, and a small team of the senior most founder key people from Criterion, makers of Burnout, left a year or two ago and started a new studio called Three Fields Entertainment. Now, we've talked about their second game is going to be a Burnout spiritual successor. It will be, from what they've led us to believe, Burnout, but just not called Burnout.
Yeah.
Which-
And it sounds like it's going to be like Burnout 3.
3, yeah, which is incredible, and that's literally the best. But it's okay, well, what's your first game they've been working on? They've just announced it officially. It is called Dangerous Golf, because they'd said ahead of time it was going to be a sports game. I'm like,
What
what?
does that mean? Yeah.
In the same way
Why?
that Burnout is a sports game.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So Dangerous Golf is basically Burnout's crash mode, but golf. Your objective is to hit golf balls and destroy as much in the environment as possible.
Big fan.
Quote, it is as serious a golf game as Burnout was a serious racing simulation.
So good.
That sounds fantastic.
Yep.
Furthermore, another quote from the developer, players aren't striving for par or aiming for birdie. Instead, players aim for dollar damage as their high score.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Please sign me up immediately.
Seriously, the when Crash mode was at its best, like those were some of the smartest, most fun puzzles that I just always wanted to replay
Over and over.
Yeah. And the idea, if they could just capture that in this game, it's gonna be downloadable. It's coming out in May.
Speaking of short cycles,
totally.
right? You're talking about Oxenfree, and it's this one, announced officially here in late January, and it'll be out 4 months later.
I forgot about the puzzle mode and Crash mode.
Oh,
Like this
Crash
is
mode, like, that's-
perfect
yeah,
for
totally.
that. This is gonna be great.
Yeah, I'm excited.
If you look at the screenshots, there's no video of it yet, but the screenshots, it even has the same visual style that Burnout has, sort of the like bloomy, sepia-toned lighting. Like,
I wonder if they're going to have trouble with marketing regardless because it is golf.
Yeah.
They should
Like,
go
people
over the
just hear
top
that
and
word
goofy.
well, I mean,
Yeah.
Hot Shots Golf as a super non-serious golf thing did really well
Yeah.
for
Mario
years. Yeah, Mario
True,
Golf's a
yeah.
great example.
But yeah, like I mean, recently what was the golf game you were in?
Oh,
Power Star.
thank you. Yes, Power Star Golf.
There's a character in Power Star Golf that looked a lot.
There
like
are.
He was
I
actually in it,
am.
and I was like,
You're also in
wow.
Connect Adventures.
I'm in a lot of video games that no one got my permission to put me in. It's really weird, and I'm feeling super litigious about it. I'm not gonna lie.
But I'm just thinking of this as like the same as in Dead Rising. You can get like a golf stick and just hit golf balls at things everywhere. And for whatever reason, I spent a lot of time doing that in the first Dead Rising.
should.
It's like, yeah, let's break stuff. And it was great. So I'm like, a whole game of that?
Breaking stuff's the best in games.
Yeah.
That is the best. So yeah, May. It's coming out on Xbox One. Pretty damn sure this is going to be good. I'm rather confident that it will be good. Alex Ward, if you are listening to this, please send IGN a build of the game that we can
oh
preview.
yeah.
Yeah.
And we will give you preview coverage because we want to check it out.
Yay.
Yay.
You want to be on IGN? Send us a golf game. That golf
all
game.
Just this one.
yeah.
Just this particular
Sorry,
golf
Rory.
game. Rory McIlroy, forget it.
yeah.
Your
The
life,
hell is Rory McIlroy?
your life is too good.
That's who owns PGA Tour now.
That's who's
because-
on the cover.
Yeah.
I can't believe people are still playing that.
Yeah.
PGA's been around for a
Don't.
really
It was
long time.
the last one was really bad. I
Was
was
it?
really
Yeah.
bummed. Yeah.
Tiger, the age of Tiger is over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tiger was fantastic. Those games.
He was a real good husband.
The
too.
games.
The-
The games.
the,
The games.
The 360 Tiger, the early 360 versions of that series were so good.
Yeah.
Oh man, they had some cool RPG elements in them too, where you could like get
RPG
unlock
golf? Wow.
unlock clubs that would increase your
Didn't
accuracy.
an RPG
Wow.
golf game just get announced?
Oh yeah, for PC.
Yeah.
We just did a preview of it. It's called Winning Putt.
That's a real bad name. That sounds
There's a
like
lot of golf
that sounds like a
games.
game that'd be in the corner of a bar.
Is this like
I
some culture, some
completely agree.
subculture I'm missing out on? Is like golf game enthusiasts? Like, is there a
Yeah.
subreddit for that?
Golf's the biggest sport in America.
That's a lie.
There's a lot.
That's
100%
a
first
lie.
time
I was
I
like,
Fly the show.
no.
She saw right through you. She's like, I know Marty enough to know he doesn't know anything about sports.
I don't.
But it also just seems like a lie. What is it? The footballs?
It's as
baseball?
Yes, the footballs.
It's the footballs?
Is the most popular sport. Baseball is technically our national pastime.
Ryan, I told you
Anyway.
Speaking of
Isn't that a
sports, you know I did martial arts for a while, right?
God, Destin, shut up.
This is a
love
good
that.
one.
It's so great.
You were
Speaking
talking
of
about sports.
I did martial arts.
Martial
for
arts
a
is
while.
a sport.
I thought it was great.
I thought it's an art. It's called martial
Really,
arts,
Destin?
not martial sports.
Well, there's
Whatever.
a new game from Platinum that you're really going to enjoy.
Yeah,
But really, there is. It's called Mutants in Manhattan, and it's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game.
that's right. It is
By Platinum.
They do martial arts. I hear.
They do.
Just let me
Wow,
know
what
that.
an amazing coincidence.
How about that, boys and girls?
So that was the.
These are the segues of 2016. People, get used to it.
This is the.
How long
We're
were you
losing
thinking about that
subscribers
for?
by the thousands.
Oh no, Destin. That's the whole thing. Is when Destin goes silent. When Destin
That's what
stops
it is.
talking, the second half of any topic, Destin is completely silent because
he's
Thinking of a
thinking
segue?
because he's thinking of it. It's the weirdest thing. I notice it every single time. But yeah, so this is the worst kept secret in games because all the screenshots released, the ESRB rating released, the achievements released.
You know
and
what wasn't released? My excitement until I saw the trailer.
Oh my God.
Yeah, fair. So not really a segue, just a comment.
Yeah. I'm off
But
the
it does
podcast
look
after
incredibly
today.
cool.
It looked awesome. The trailer did a really good job. They're introducing some classic characters from like the comics.
A lot of them, actually.
Yeah.
Leonardo, Michelangelo, Donatello.
Well, no,
Raphael.
And
the
that's
big
about it.
shark guy. The big shark guy is actually
Armagon.
from Armagon. He's actually from the Archie series, which is really cool
Yeah.
to see. Bebop and Rocksteady, of course,
Yeah.
introduced in the cartoon.
That cool
started in
big
the
naked
80s.
man who has a brain in his stomach's probably gonna be in the game.
Krang.
Krang. Maybe. I'd be interested to see how they do that because they're kind of doing the Utrom. That's what the Krangs were called. There's actually a whole race of people like Krang.
What? Dude, we have
Yeah.
so
I
many
remember
people at IGN that are
There's
obsessed
just
with
not
turtles.
a lot
I
about
was-
Ninja Turtles.
When I was younger, I was very obsessed with turtles.
Me
I
too.
had all the comics.
Me too.
So
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Yeah,
they're really
it
cool.
was for me. It was the late '80s, early '90s cartoon.
Oh, yeah.
and that's what
that
spawned
got
out of
me
the,
in.
there was
Yeah.
the movie in '89, and I was that was the catalyst for me.
Yeah, I watched the cartoon
huge
a lot
Turtles
as a kid,
fan.
and I particularly like that this game actually looks happy. It doesn't look Michael Bay gritty. Like,
Yes.
you know,
They don't
they're
have the
keeping it
weird
true
lips.
to what it is.
Yeah, the human lips.
Yeah, there's weird.
It looks like it's 4-player co-op.
We
what do
you
you
can't
think?
tell from the trailer. That's
Yeah.
the big question. You see, they're all four
Have we
there,
read
but
the achievements list?
are they player controlled?
I don't think
or
any
are
of
they
them
AI
in the
controlled?
achievements. I read the achievements list because a lot of them were real dumb. It was like eat 100 pizzas. And I'm like, what if that was like real life?
I've already done that.
Yeah,
So you have to use the Pizza Hut app to order
is that a
100
dare?
pizzas. Yeah.
Yeah, the
'Cause that seems like a thing that would be an achievement.
co-op thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is being it's the lead that was the lead on Korra, which is a little worrisome because I didn't like Korra that
Yeah.
much. But yeah, the trailer looks good. This is gonna be out supposedly in September, and it's gonna be.
I thought it was. Did they say that? Or I thought it was. Or was I maybe just imagining that it would be a good idea for it to come out in the summer?
I think we were imagining.
I was
Maybe it said
imagining that.
summer. I thought I read something in September. I may be
Okay.
wrong. And then I think I also read that it's gonna be a rumor that it's gonna be $50 and it's gonna be retail,
Well, that would make sense.
that'd be a good
I mean,
price point.
retail would make a lot of sense for that game.
especially for turtles. Yeah.
Worries me
Yeah.
that it's 50 though. Like, why would they not feel confident
'Cause you
enough to
wanna-
put that
Because I mean,
$60
this
price
is like
tag?
Korra and Transformers, where I'm pretty sure this is sort of Platinum's
Probably like a
quote-unquote
4 or
B-tier
5
game.
hour. I'm guessing it's not long. How
Yeah.
long was Transformers?
I didn't
Jose
play it.
reviewed it.
No, I think it was pretty short. I think it
Yeah.
was like 6
I'll
hours.
play this game. I really hope it's 4-player co-op
think it'd be
because
cool.
like it looked cool. They showed like a super move at one point
Yeah.
where it looked like you would have
Yeah.
to coordinate with your
I
friend.
was getting the vibes of how you call in the people in Arkham Knight.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
So I don't think it's going to be.
Man.
I don't know.
What do you mean by that?
How in Arkham Knight when like you can call in.
You call him
like,
Rob, and then you
Nightwing,
do like a tag team thing.
Oh,
and
right,
then they
yeah.
bounce off screen.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I don't.
yeah.
I don't know.
I thought that was fun.
Without knowing
Yeah.
anything, I don't think the game's co-op. I think that's
Wait,
what we're
Catwoman,
seeing.
Yeah.
you've been waiting there the whole time and you didn't
Yeah.
help me out?
Getting beat up by this guy
Come
with an
on.
electricity stick. What are you doing?
You think I like this?
yeah.
My parents were murdered. I'm compelled. I have no choice.
And to be fair, Catwoman goes through some pretty rough stuff in that game. She's
Oh, yeah.
treated
Very true.
pretty terribly.
Yeah.
She doesn't
Yeah.
help me out in a fight. It's okay. She like nearly had her head blown off. It's
Yeah.
fine. But,
taking a break.
Yeah, I feel like it's unlikely that it will be 4-player co-op, but it also seems silly to have a Ninja Turtles game and not have it.
Yeah,
That is
feature.
correct.
yeah,
I don't think
Because that would be
Platinum's
sweet, especially if they were, like,
ever
RPG.
done co-op.
that's a good point. It's
It's not a good
probably
co-
not.
It's, like, I'm not super
It's
confident.
probably
Yeah.
not. It just kind of seemed like something that would be cool. And I'm
It makes
talking
sense,
like
'cause
in the
Really?
same
The Ninja
room.
Turtles is a co-op cartoon. Like,
Yeah.
It's yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And as we've talked about before, it's this stuff that, good or bad, is the fact that it's $50 in retail means you can sell a Ninja Turtles game in Walmart to basically the moms of the
Yeah.
8-9-year-old kids like I was
Yeah.
when I
Are
first
kids
got into
still
Ninja
watching
Turtles.
Ninja Turtles?
Ninja Turtles
Oh,
is
yeah.
really
Yeah.
big
I mean,
right
Ninja-
now. There's a whole new Nickelodeon series that's
Cool.
actually really fun and really well animated.
Yeah.
and
I mean, Ninja
good.
Turtles is
Written,
one of those
yeah.
things where it appeals to 30-somethings and it also appeals to 10-year-olds. So
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, it's this stuff. It's games like Ninja Turtles. Not saying it's going to be good or bad, but this is what funds. This is what
Scalebound.
allows them to do things like Scalebound, where they
Yeah.
are making a new IP, super high budget, kind of risky because
Any new IP is.
any new IP is, yeah. And so I guess if you support this game, you are in some way supporting Scalebound.
Yeah.
I'll play this no matter what. I just hope they don't do like a season pass or something
They
like
won't.
that.
Not with this.
because,
I mean, they
yeah.
haven't done that before.
Well, quit.
Oh,
Quit.
that was another
quit.
segue. I was like, why would they?
That was
Why would
aggressive.
they do that?
They
Oh,
wouldn't do
it's
that.
a-
That would
let's
be
see.
terrible.
So anyway, that segue
Marty's not gonna know what's
was
happening.
regarding Star Wars Battlefront Season Pass.
That one was okay,
finally
Marty.
detailed.
That wasn't the one to get mad about.
No, that one was pretty bad.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
All right.
I liked the martial arts one better.
We're gonna
Speaking
start
of
doing
sports-
reviews of my segues.
No, the reason
Yeah,
Alana
5
is
out of 10.
handling this better than me is because Alana has been on this show once, and I've done 150 episodes of the show with you, and this is my hell.
This
I
is
need
the
my
hell
paper
that's
back
Marty's
because
life.
I forgot there's stuff on the back.
That was a really
Jeez,
important
Marty.
sheet of paper.
You ripped up like the whole second half of the show.
That's what he thinks of what we do here.
There's a season.
Segues.
All right, so EA finally announced what's in the season pass for Battlefront, which we had that long discussion over. Of people were upset at the season pass because they were like, "Hey, take our money and
We're not going to tell you what
we're
you're
not
going
gonna
to
tell
get.
you what's in it." But that's the whole thing. Is just don't buy it until you know what's in it.
Yeah. And now we do
Totally,
mostly.
yeah.
So they've announced 3 of the 4 season pass content packs for this. Oh, it's still on the first page. There we go. You get the Outer Rim pack in March 2016. That's this year. Fight among the factories of Sullust and battle with within Jabba the Hutt's palace on Tatooine.
I'm really excited about that. Jabba's Palace is a weird
Yeah.
little bar.
I
Yes.
love it.
Yeah. There's
That's
gonna
like
be
a that's like a flying thing. That one, right? From episode.
no Jabba's Palace.
Yeah.
No,
Jabba's Palace is a horrible
It's a
little
cool
bar
little
where
bunkery
Oh,
he
it's
thing.
the
throws
one-
women into
It's
Rancor.
the one with the
It's-
Rancor.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it. So what's the flying area that's outside later where they drop people in the Sarlacc pit?
That's the sail barge.
Oh, okay.
Summer,
clarifying.
We're getting Bespin. It's hunter be hunted in this action-packed experience set in the Cloud City of Bespin.
Nice. That was good. Can you read everything like that for the rest of the episode?
I could. No one would want that.
That's no moon.
Keep
The
going.
Death Star?
Star Wars TM Battlefront TM Death Star Fall 2016.
These-
That's no moon. One of the most iconic locations in the Star Wars universe makes its debut in Star Wars Battlefront.
Get it, Fall 26.
I think the Death Star will actually be very cool.
The
I
interesting
mean,
thing,
that's going to be. If there's not a trench run, they've failed us all.
Yeah.
if you don't blow it up at the end of the mission, something. Like,
Oh, weird. I
Yeah.
wasn't thinking of. I was thinking of inside the Death Star. See, these 3
Oh,
maps
really?
all
That's
sound
probably
like
what
they're
it will
close
be.
quarters inside things.
Oh.
Like inside Jabba's Palace, inside Cloud City, and inside the Death Star.
you will be inside the Death Star. I don't think it'll be like all air-based combat.
No.
You know.
Oh, no, I assumed the Death Star would be outside, but the
Trench
rest I
run,
was
right?
assuming inside. Yeah, I was thinking
Yeah.
trench run.
Yeah.
And then
Could they do that?
What?
Could they do it like a trench run mission? They have the speeder bike missions where you're just flying around
Yeah.
on a speeder
they could.
I
bike.
don't
Yeah.
see why not.
Huh.
Maybe they
Super
can.
Star Wars
Maybe
did
it's
a trench
both.
run mission
Maybe-
Yeah,
back
maybe
in
it's both.
1991.
Yeah, that could be cool. Anyway,
And then expansion pack 4 for
Title
early
TBA.
20. No idea.
That's.
They have not- they're
I'd,
not telling
I'd put
us.
my money that this is a Rogue One thing.
True.
It's a safe bet.
Yeah. So they're not talking about it because they haven't talked about the movie really yet. So.
I wouldn't bet against you on that one, Marty.
Yeah.
I bet
So-
against a lot of things, not that.
So even so, I think it's really good that they finally announced what people are getting with the season pass, and I do agree it's ridiculous to get a season pass without knowing what you're getting.
Yeah.
Just don't.
it's
do
like kickstarting something, but
Pretty much.
with a Kickstarter, you at least know what you're
You
getting.
know what you're
I
getting,
guess.
yeah.
Well,
So,
With this,
yeah.
In a
like they
way,
could have released nothing.
Trust us.
Was that a segue?
No.
Good.
No, that was just
Marty
a
was
comment.
trying
I was
Yeah.
so worried to flip this over and see what the next story was, and if it was Kickstarter, I literally might have left it.
I love that you've got Marty terrified of knowing
Oh, this
what
could
the
be
next
fun.
story is.
I'm just gonna be like every time.
But I feel like March 2016 is still further away than I would have expected. I wanted something this month or next month.
Well, I mean, the game came out in mid-November, and there is some free content in
Yeah.
the meantime.
Yeah, there have been a couple
So,
drops.
Yeah,
But
can't
it's, I mean,
complain.
it's
Destin,
just,
stop
you
it.
know, it's-
Stop it,
It's been
Destin.
a fairly long time since people bought that season pass and haven't seen anything with it $50. Like, it's good that it's coming. Would have liked it sooner.
Yeah. And I imagine, I don't know. Yeah, it's going to be weird because I would be willing to bet that late 2017 is when Battlefront 2 comes out. I know it's not a thing yet, but
I agree.
Really?
because I imagine late 20.
Well,
I don't know. I think
Mitch disagrees with you and I on this.
yeah, Mitch is going to be
Mitch thinks that Battlefront is a service that they will just continually add to.
I agree with Mitch.
No
Yeah.
way. No way.
I don't
It's
think
this
they'll make a second
chair.
one.
It's just
This
chair.
is
That
like
chair is
the
haunted.
it's like the service chair.
No, I think they're just going to swap. I think we'll see a Battlefield game this fall, and then I think we'll see a Battlefront game next fall.
I agree
think
with you.
That's how it'll.
Yeah, no,
He
I
agrees with
assumed
me.
that they would just keep bringing out DLC rather than.
I don't think so
making
because
it
I think
entirely new
Battlefront
game.
2, like, yeah, I don't know.
They need a single player campaign, which
They really do.
which really they need a sequel to package in. They need space combat, which technically they could add to this existing
Yeah.
game. But I just feel like a full-up sequel has more marketing potential, quite frankly.
True.
They can be like, Battlefront 2
Jeez, what happened?
Well,
also,
with that
wait,
attitude, I'm buying it.
Yeah.
Also, before
See?
Destin can segue, I just
All
want
I
to get to
know
the
is
next story.
$50 is
Number
a
nine got delayed.
mighty amount of money. Darn it.
He started giggling during it. Just what?
Because I know you hate it now, so now I want to do it even more.
So Mighty Number 9 has been delayed again to spring 2016.
Backers are not pleased because this game's they gave their money 3 years ago.
This is the third delay?
Third delay.
Yeah.
I feel like
Oh,
we
yeah.
played this already. Like,
Oh,
I know
we have.
we did, but I mean,
Yeah, we've covered it a lot. I know our
They've
friend
showed a
Colin
ton of it,
Moriarty
too.
is really not pleased about this because he
Legitimately,
loves
like,
Mega Man
yeah.
so much and has been so stoked for this game. It is so Keiji Inafune apologized, citing networking bugs,
I think
which is
Networking?
not
Had a lot of
he has trouble
talking to
meeting people. Yeah.
I keep going to these mixers and trying to hand out my business cards, but no.
Somebody hacked my Twitter.
Concept. That's cool, right?
Yeah,
Here,
yeah,
check
right.
check out my company.
You know what? Well, this is important because my favorite part of classic NES Mega Man games were their online components. That's
know,
really
right?
what I'm excited for in a Mega Man game.
Yeah.
No one cares about anything online in this game. No one cares about any of that. Literally scrap that entire thing.
Yeah.
No one
Yeah.
cares that this game
Light
is
it on
online.
fire.
Give us
Light
your
it on
Mega
fire.
Man.
Just give me 9 levels. Let me fight a cool Robo Man at the end of each level, or a Robo Girl. Doesn't matter. Then I take
Robo
their arm,
Dog. How
and I
about
Put
that?
it on their arm. I want a Robo Dog that I could jump off of. This is so dumb. I've never gone from so excited when a game was revealed to I am so apathetic about this now.
Wow.
I cannot muster.
You're affected by this.
Well, because Mega Man 3 is one of my favorite games of all time.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I like this whole trend of stuff like Ukulele and what's Bloodstain or what's the
Bloodstained
game.
Igarashi game.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who named that?
Not
That
us.
is just a terrible title.
right.
Ah,
I don't think it's Bloodstained, is it?
I hope it's,
It is.
That's so
It is.
bad.
100%
Yeah.
is.
Wow.
Yeah. You got it, man.
Okay.
You remembered it correctly.
But I'm a big fan of these and stuff like Double Fine Adventure, of these amazing sort of auteurs from the 90s being able to revisit their old games in spiritual successor form.
But see, here's what. So first, let me read Inafune's apology. It says, "Quote: For this third delay of the game, we have no excuses for disappointing our fans and especially our backers once more. We want to take this chance to express our sincerest apologies to everyone who has looked forward to the release." So I get that you're frustrated because you want to play the game, Marty, but at the same time, it's just like when we talk about any other game delay. There's 7,000 other cool games to
Yeah.
play, and you can just forget about it.
Isn't there a Mega Man collection coming out soon too?
It already came out.
Oh,
Came
okay.
out last year. It was
I am
great.
always
go.
in support
Knowing
of
Capcom,
delays.
it's probably come out 6 times already.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am always.
Hyper cool edition.
I completely agree. I'm big, just
Big
delay.
fan of delays.
Big fan of delays. I just like pushing. I like kicking the can down the road.
If it means
You like
it's
to fire
better.
those delay zors.
I am so sick.
If your issue is like, yeah, I think delays are good if it means the game's going to be better quality. But if they're delaying it for networking bugs, which is the thing no one cares about,
Yeah,
I mean, maybe a portion of the Kickstarter does care.
but also
about networking. on
I
Twitter
don't like the
and such.
way they've been handling it because now that the game is being published by Deep Silver, there's this weird thing where there's all these collector's editions, and Andrew Goldfarb is like, "Oh, I backed this game for $100, and
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything
Right.
at all.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten
Yeah.
anything from it
Yeah.
yet." Also, I don't know. I know it's like part of fiscal years and everything, but I'm so sick of games being prematurely dated.
Oh,
Like
absolutely.
just don't put a date.
Yeah.
Just say we're working on it, and then it's gonna come out whenever it comes out.
He needed the money to start development though, so I mean it's kind of a weird
Well,
scenario.
He got the money.
Or
We
just-
gave him the money.
Yeah, he
Maybe
got the
just-
money, started development, and then but he
Yeah.
had a date on it. So
because we've talked to publishers about this. Like they literally, for their investors, like for their highest level business garbage, have to say, okay, well, we're working on this franchise game, but what? Maybe they could just be a little more honest and be like, but just don't. It's probably going to get delayed.
Yeah,
Let's be.
I mean, that's I felt like the most egregious one was when Arkham Knight got revealed. And you're like, it's coming out this
Oh.
fall, and then like a month later, they're like, nah, it got delayed 6 months. It's like, yeah, of course it did.
well, no,
Like, why
it,
did
no,
you
it got delayed like
Twice. didn't
3
it?
months, and then it got
They delayed
delayed
another-
another 3
Yeah.
months.
well, like if
Death
you look
by
at
1,000
Cyberpunk
cuts.
2077, they're like coming when it's ready.
Yes.
And
Do that.
CD Projekt Red does a great job.
Yeah, totally. Do
That's
that.
because they answered to no one but themselves.
Yes.
Yeah, nice
Probably.
Polish.
Yeah.
That game's gonna be really good.
Yeah.
Speaking of which.
What?
Yeah.
Cyberpunk's
Cyberpunk. Oh yeah, it looks
hope-
phenomenal.
if The Witcher is any indication,
Yeah.
then
If
yes.
it's
Exactly.
even close to The Witcher.
Funny, I
it's-
remember before Witcher 3 came out, people were like concerned about CD Projekt's Red ability to make a game that was that ambitious. They were
Yeah.
like, well, they haven't
yeah.
done anything on that scale before. I don't think they're going to be able to do it. And then it
Game
came
of
out
the
and everyone's
year.
like, "Ah!" So good.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
So Mighty Number 9 was supposed to be out in February. Now it's just spring 2016. So
Yeah.
could be a month, could be 4.
I feel like this is a kind of weird thing that makes me wish devs didn't use Kickstarter. But I mean, they have to. But it's like there's so many people who feel entitled to their product when the attitude's wrong. Like if you back something, I don't think that you should be expecting a return. I think that you should be just saying, have my money. You shouldn't feel like you own a part of it, you know? Like you shouldn't be like, give me something in return because that's not, you're donating effectively.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, that's fair. I mean, yeah, you are
'Cause some
you are,
things-
you are
some
literally
people
just
can't make
saying
things
this is a
sometimes.
thing I want to see happen.
Yeah. Like
I think
Here's-
Colin wrote a huge piece on IGN about Kickstarter and how it's kind of weird. that
He's
you're
very
not
anti-Kickstarter.
investing.
Yeah. And he makes
because you're
he has good
investing.
points.
You're an investor basically.
Well,
you get
you're
no
not.
return.
You're
You
not.
sort
I
of.
mean,
you're not. But
But
that's
you get no
Think
return.
you are.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
Yeah.
That's the common misconception. We've talked about it on here before
Yeah.
that you're not an investor.
No.
You don't.
I know you're not, but you kind of are.
No, you're an investor in the same way if you buy a game for $60 at retail, you're an investor.
Yeah.
Right.
But a lot of
I-
these games need your capital to begin their project.
Yeah, it's just that there's no guarantee they won't fall through and you're not going to get your money back because
And
a
some
lot
of them
the time
have
they've already
fallen
spent the
through.
money. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was a Yogscast.
Oh, yeah. That was a
That was like
disaster.
a complete disaster. I
There was
don't
also
really
just a
remember
guy
what
who
that
had his
was.
game funded and then like
Didn't
a year later
make
was
it.
like, hey, I can't do this. Everyone can have their money back.
Yeah.
Just gave their money
but
back.
that's very uncommon because
Yeah.
most people spend the money on resources trying to make the thing and then it
Yeah.
falls apart, which
Or
is just,
drugs.
or on drugs. Yeah, they're all on cocaine now. But yeah, it's just a really
Bumping in the
weird
night.
issue.
Yeah.
Again, I usually think delays are fine, but I also didn't back it, so
Yeah,
I don't
guess
know how I would
guess
feel.
maybe the difference here from a usual game delay, now that I think more about it, is the fact that people put their money down so long ago. Whereas if Far Cry Primal gets delayed, well, it was only announced 4 months ago, if that. So I may have only pre-ordered 3 months ago. So if it gets delayed, it's not like. And when you pre-order, you're typically only pre-ordering like $10
and
or
you can always
nothing.
get your money back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it's Amazon and they don't bill you till it comes out.
Yeah.
But your money has been out of your bank account for
Yeah.
3 years
Yeah.
in this case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like when Rise of the Tomb Raider got delayed out of 2015 to 2016.
Yeah.
That's still the hill I'm going to die on.
Die a grisly death on there.
I
Die
mean,
a revenant Leonardo DiCaprio death
I
on
stood,
that.
I stood by the fact that Tomb Raider was going to get delayed out of 2015, and I still stand by it.
Yeah, he's gonna.
Well, you sir are wrong.
No,
You are wrong, good sir.
there's no facts.
Yeah,
Not sure why I voted.
there's a lot of facts, Marty. There's a whole lot of facts.
I don't know if what game I played, but it wasn't Rise of the Tomb Raider.
You voted for it anyway.
I voted for it
Yeah.
anyways.
All right.
That is not
no
compatible
segue.
with my taste, sir.
All right, new games added to the backwards compatibility
Did you hear me,
list.
Marty?
You guys.
I'm sitting this one out.
New 360 games, or well, old 360 games that are now newly playable on your Xbox One include Aegis Wing, which is, if I remember right, was free back in the day.
Yep, totally.
Oh.
Age of Booty, which is
Wow.
an excellent game by Certain Affinity, Max Hoberman and his crew.
Oh, really?
Yep. That is Certain Affinity's one of their original games that's not at all a shooter.
Interesting.
Super good. I reviewed it way back in the day. It is a pirate, it's a hex-based pirate strategy type game. Counter-Strike Go, which is Global Offensive, for those of you not up to speed with the lingo.
Oh, I thought it was like Lara Croft Go.
I would play Counter-Strike
Lara Croft
Go. Yeah, that would be great.
I would
actually.
play anything Go.
Yeah, at this point. Jeremy McGrath's Off-Road. I know
Yeah.
everybody's
Finally.
dying to play that. Sam & Max Save the World, which was the first season, as I recall, of Sam & Max. And it's totally good on Xbox.
Ooh, next one's a good one.
Skullgirls.
Yeah, that's a fighting game, actually. Pretty popular
you
in
like
the
this
fighting game
one.
community.
Yeah, I like Skullgirls.
Yeah, I'm glad that's on the Xbox One now.
What about Skull Boys?
No Skullboys allowed.
Literally every other video game is Skull
Skull
Boys.
Boys.
Yeah.
Like, let them. Let's let this one go, Marty. Small Arms, which was pretty
Is
good.
that glitch in the system or something like that?
That was Metal Arms.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah.
I like your memory there, almost working.
Yeah. Someday.
One of the Soul Calibers, I seem to have deleted which one.
Must be at least
I'm at
3 or 4.
Four.
I would
Yeah.
think 4. I
Yeah.
love
It's
Soul
definitely not
Calibur.
1 or 2.
Yeah.
Space Giraffe, which is a super weird arcade game.
Keely's favorite game.
Yeah, and The Witcher 2, which apparently is also free now, so
Yeah.
you can
For
go
the
download
month,
it.
though,
Yeah.
only?
We don't know.
Just go to
It just sort of
Xbox.com,
happened.
look up The Witcher 2, click download, and it'll be added to your account. That's
Yeah.
the easiest way to get backwards compatible titles.
So
on
I
your
played
Xbox.
The Witcher 2 when it came out, and I'm wondering now if people who only play The Witcher 3 would be able to play The Witcher 2 without hating it.
Go back.
I mean, it is a step backwards, right?
Yeah, but I wonder if it's such a big step back. Like, I think there's some things that The Witcher 2 does that I like more than The Witcher 3.
Yeah.
So it's like, I just don't know if people could go back and
feel like
play it.
it would-
Definitely not the first
I
one.
feel like it'd
Yeah.
be like going back to play GTA 5.
I think the
Or
market.
going back
mean
to play
4?
Oh, yeah, 4. Or going back to play like Oblivion or something like that.
Yeah, true.
I think people that are going to play this are people that like did everything they can in The Witcher 3, and they're like, I want more Witcher. They're going to play that. Also,
I don't know
people
if
who
they'll
are
like it, you know?
yeah, they might not, but if they want more Witcher content, that's where they can go.
Yeah,
easily.
But I mean, The Witcher 2 is just, it's so
Such
different.
a different product.
Yeah, and it's so hard.
Also, people who haven't played Witcher 3 that are interested in The Witcher now have an opportunity to try with
I
2.
love the idea of everyone having played
It's
The
a
Witcher 2 before
200-hour
3.
demo for The Witcher 3.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's still
That's
not,
in the
though.
form of
Like,
Witcher
it's,
2.
It's so different.
Well, even if they play for just a few hours and they're like, okay, I like The Witcher 2, I get
Yeah.
what it's about, I'm going to buy Witcher 3.
Yeah.
I kind of want everyone to play The Witcher 2, just because I.
Is
like
it a really
so
good
much. I
game?
just- yeah, I really liked it.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's also just there's a lot of flaws. Like, it's just the combat.
It's
is
old. It's like
so
Mass
hard.
Effect 1, great but
I
flawed.
love Mass Effect 1.
Me too, but if
So
you go
much.
Me too, but if you go back and play it, there's like texture popping
I only
and
played
stuff
it like
like
3
that.
years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
On
Really?
PC
Mass
or
Effect
Xbox?
1's like in my
Xbox.
top 10 games. So.
Great.
Yeah, I haven't. I should go back to Mass Effect One
Mm-hmm.
on Xbox and see how it holds up.
Yeah,
like
that's how I played
technically.
It was fine.
Still fine, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That might have. I played it the same year Bioshock.
Still the best
Infinite
Mass
came out. Was that
Effect.
3 years ago?
Agreed.
Yeah. That's when I played it.
I would
and
love
loved it.
Mass Effect 1 with 3's engine. That would be
Oh, that'd be
great.
nice.
Yeah.
Get rid of all the loading times. Clean
Yeah.
up.
What about those cool elevators?
Apparently,
Yeah, well, you know, it's time to catch up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, EA said a thing about how they won't ever.
They'll never do it.
Peter Moore
Yeah.
said
But that's-
that.
Yeah,
Seems
Peter Moore said they would
crazy.
never do.
Yeah.
because
remastered.
I
He
would
said
play
that
that.
you're basically out of ideas. That was
Yeah, so
I'm
we should mention what
paraphrasing
it
his
is. Yeah, he
quote.
said that they would never remaster anything.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
it? And like
Maybe
I mean,
that's
just
EA
even
though.
re-releasing Mass Effect the trilogy on next gen consoles would be awesome.
Especially, yeah,
But it's BioWare. BioWare's owned by EA, so like maybe BioWare could do it, but then how would they distribute? I don't
Yeah,
know. It would
for
be
me-
weird. Yeah.
we're in general pretty anti remaster on this show, but
Yeah.
I would love to replay Mass Effect.
but that's the thing. Like, I think a Mass Effect trilogy remaster
Yeah.
would fall into that Master Chief Collection
Sure, sure.
Yeah.
territory.
Yeah.
of-
It has to be like
It's
they
been
treated
long
Halo
enough.
2.
Yeah, it's
though.
been long
Yeah.
enough where they'd have to clean up the first
Yeah.
game.
It
Yeah.
can't just be like a retexture of Mass Effect
Yeah.
1.
And you
Like,
could-
I don't think
No,
that
you
would be
could-
enough.
yeah.
They have
Just
to
sort
update
of
the
gloss over and
engine.
not
Yeah.
worry about the
Yeah.
online stuff in 3. I don't think anyone would mind.
Totally.
yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
3's basically wave-based combat though, and that was pretty fun.
Horde
I
mode?
don't
We
think
talk
it-
about Survive. I've literally never played the games. Which
I don't
probably
think
should.
it's that
You should.
difficult.
You'd like it.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be that difficult.
Got 100
to do
hours
3.
to spare? You can get off
I
get
mean,
through all three.
I think if it came to Xbox One and PS4, I think I'd probably try them. Maybe.
You wouldn't.
Really want
The
it.
combat's
stop
pretty.
probably
wouldn't.
Mass Effect 3 Online was actually pretty fun. It's just like Horde mode, basically, where you fight waves and waves of enemies, and there's 10 waves, and I actually quite enjoyed it.
But
So,
it died really quickly though, right?
yeah.
Like I feel like it wasn't very populated for a very long time, and it's also just kind of unnecessary. That's not.
The
Why
only
people
reason
buy
I
Mass
say have it is because it doesn't seem like it would be hard to have that.
True.
You know, because it's only
it's
like
just-
it's 4 players, and then you're using the data on the disc.
Yeah,
you're
it's
not
just
really.
a horde mode. It's
Yeah.
not. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that would be awesome.
It
Yeah,
was
well,
like
it's-
Montreal learning how to use an online game, basically, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
BioWare
Yeah.
Montreal. Yeah.
All right.
Speaking of
Yeah.
EA.
Marty, I never want to make you bail out of the show.
She
so-
already said, speaking of EA.
No, that was actually I was just surprised about how good that
I know, that was
segued.
really good. It was natural. That's
Speaking
how
of
segues
EA,
should be.
they bailed out of E3 and announced their own event, which is called EA Play. It's going to be in London and LA simultaneously.
Yeah.
That sounds awful.
Why?
We
Does
don't
it?
have to.
For our
Wow.
Oh. So they're doing it before E3.
No, they're doing it.
Well, it's Sunday, which has become the new start of E3.
So
Thanks,
sorry.
Bethesda.
The reason I think
Pretty
that
much.
sounds awful, I'm thinking from a technical side and like what we're gonna have to deal with on video with like getting the signal from London and everything.
No, it's
So
going to be
that'll
for
be
We'll be in LA.
So yeah, I'm thinking
We're
that
gonna be
the conference is LA. They might stream it in London, but they're not going to do like another conference at the same time.
Yeah.
Which
Oh,
is my
okay.
first thing because I was like, what if one of them is faster than the other and they announce things at
Got
different
it.
times? But I
Yeah.
don't think that they'll do that though. They haven't explicitly said, I don't believe.
So EA's got the press. They'll do their press conference, which they have always done on Monday afternoon.
Around the Ubisoft.
It was
After
always the second
Ubisoft.
one.
Yeah.
Second
Yeah.
one?
Yeah.
Or third one?
I think it's
Yeah, right, second one. Yeah,
So
after
it's after
Microsoft.
Microsoft,
Yeah, it's
before
Microsoft,
Ubisoft.
Before-
EA,
yeah.
Ubisoft, and then the next day
Sony.
is
Or
So
Sony's after.
they'll
Sony.
now do
Oh, really?
they're now going to jump the line on everybody else. Microsoft will no longer be first, although they weren't last year either. Bethesda was, but so yeah, they're going to go on Sunday with their press conference, and then at this this event's going to be open to the public, and I believe it said it's free.
It's free.
But
It's open to the public.
you'll have
It's
to
at-
get tickets.
It's at LA Live, right next to
The convention
center.
center. So if you live in LA or want to get to LA for E3 this year, you're guaranteed to at least be able to do something, and that's see and play a lot of EA things, because they're going to have hands-on game demos, competitions, live streaming, special guest appearances, exclusive memorabilia, meaning a pin, I'm sure, and much more.
Do you think Hoop God's going to be there?
Didn't
Good
they do
chance.
this before?
No.
They did this something like this where they had was
not
it
in my memory.
Microsoft? Was it Microsoft that did that? They like had something in a hangar around E3 time where people could come play all their products.
Yeah, Microsoft kind of did that last year where they had like a party.
Well,
where
there was a
fans
fan
could come,
fest,
but it
But
wasn't
wasn't-
Not
really.
Fan Fest.
I mean, this is sort of
Somebody else
like,
did this
is sort of
before
like
and
their
it didn't
own,
go great.
This is sort of like their own
Yeah.
PSX, which I think is smart because PSX
EA,
has done
yeah.
super well
Yeah.
for.
PSX is a whole platform though with many different publishers and
Yeah.
developers. This is one
Yeah.
big one.
Yeah, I know,
You know,
but
like
I mean,
EA.
in terms of publishers, EA is the biggest. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting because Mirror's Edge will be out unless it gets delayed again, which would really be sad. I guess if there's a new Battlefield probably this year, I would
Battlefield.
think.
Star
Mass
Wars
Effect.
DLC.
Maybe hopefully Mass Effect
no
if it's,
way.
if it's supposed to be out this
Hands
holiday.
on with Andromeda.
It's supposed to be out this holiday?
Well, that's what they said in their trailer from
last year,
They said fall 2016.
Oh, I thought it was 2017.
And then
They could do a slice like
no,
they did
so
with
it's-
the
in
demo
their
for
trailers,
3.
Wow.
2016. And then
I mean, it could be whatever Amy Hennig's Star Wars game is.
Titanfall 2,
Titanfall's-
would that be
Ooh.
a multiplayer thing you could play
Yeah.
at this?
Yeah.
Then they have. They're gonna have
What
their
if-
entire roster of sports games, whatever that
Yeah.
Criterion game is, that weird extreme sports thing
Oh,
that they
maybe
showed a while ago.
GoPro the game.
GoPro the game.
So I don't
Yeah.
think it'll be Mass Effect. I just think that it doesn't seem realistic to me to have like a vertical slice.
I mean,
but
you could have it's not
well,
necessarily
it
hands
could
on.
Not
be-
as a playable thing, you're saying.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
just have a
they'll-
presentation.
They'll have a
Yes,
presentation.
that's true.
Yeah.
Titanfall though,
That
that
seems a lot
makes
more
sense
likely.
to me.
Yeah.
Like have 40 stations where people can just do multiplayer Titanfall like they
Yeah.
did with Star Wars
Yeah.
last year.
I feel like
Yeah.
to do this, what they're planning to do here, there has to be a game carrying it. And I feel like Titanfall 2 could be that game.
I
Yeah,
completely agree.
agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the bigger question I want to raise here is: this means EA doesn't have a booth at E3 at all, and they had one of the
Biggest
gigantor
spaces. Yeah.
booths right when you walk into.
Yeah,
The
that, booth,
Star
was
Wars
actually, that
Hall,
booth
yeah.
was really cool,
I
actually.
I
Yeah.
always confuse the two
The hall that we're not.
They had the theme Star Wars
Exactly.
thing set up with like the fake snow
Yeah,
and everything in
people
the
getting
back.
photos.
with
and
the
then-
huge,
It was
like
massive.
round screen thing.
Yeah.
And
And then there were like different little kind of alleyways you would go off to play the different games
Yeah.
that they had. It was a
so
really cool booth.
no booth, which means somebody's going to take that booth space. in
Or
E3,
multiple people.
Or multiple people.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then-
already has a giant booth space. I mean, their booth space, if you look at the show floor plan, is actually 4 booths, and so that could easily be divided up.
But what
Yeah.
I wonder
Who,
here,
EA?
yeah,
Yeah.
what I wonder here is because remember in E3 2007, all the publishers went. They collectively went. You know what? We're tired of spending millions of dollars in this booth war, this
Yeah.
war of escalation every year. We're not gonna do this. We're gonna go do a little thing. And
My first E3.
at Santa Monica, which I went to, and it turned out then everybody realized that mainstream media didn't cover it at that point.
Yeah.
And so the next year it was back in the convention center, but it was still pretty small. And there were only like 5,000 people at E3, and I kept seeing like the same people I knew in the halls back and forth all day. But and then it it just sort of resumed back to
I want
as
there to
big as
only
it
be
ever
5,000
was.
people at E3.
Oh, wasn't
Yeah.
it so great?
That'd be amazing.
Well, now they're like boasting about their attendance, and that's not good.
I mean, it's good
Like,
for it's not
it's
not
good
good for
for-
us.
It's good for.
It's not good for us.
it's good for the
trying to
industry.
do our jobs. It's great for the industry
Yeah.
and for anyone who
So,
gets to go.
How is it great that a bunch of people who do no coverage at all get to go? We already had this
well,
conversation.
again,
I don't want to.
It's not
get
great
in
for
trouble
us,
again.
but it's great for the people who do get to go. 'cause
And
it's
the
super
mainstream
exciting.
and mainstream
suppose,
media
yeah.
will report. 50,000 people flooded the Los Angeles Convention Center this week for the Electronic Entertainment Expo.
Yeah.
So it's
becoming.
Talks up video games, I guess, but I also
Yeah.
see your point. Like, it's not good that media can't cover it. Like, there was like one thing I didn't have an appointment for, and I had to wait like 2 hours in a line.
Yeah.
It's like, this is just ridiculous that I can't cover this, and it's also being in this line is stopping me from covering other stuff in time, which my readers across the world who might want to see can't, because there's like 5 more people in this line than there should be because it's someone's uncle. or
If they're
something.
if they're gonna make E3 a public event, just do it. Like, stop doing this
Stop
halfway
pretending.
thing.
yeah, we've
Like,
long advocated
yeah.
for doing it the way TGS does it, which is have a couple of media days first
Definitely.
and then open it up
That'd
and
be
just have
great.
public days.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gamescom does the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be really good.
But I wanted to bring up are we heading for the breaking up of the E3 monopoly again, like we saw in 2007? Is EA the first mover? Will other publishers now go, oh, well, let's just do our own thing instead of spending $1 million on the booth in the convention center?
Yeah.
And are we just going to have this big fragmented E3 again?
I mean, it'll depend on how this turns out. Like, they're sort of this is a litmus test.
Yeah.
Was anyone else at a different space aside from like Devolver last year?
No, everybody's in the convention
Everybody's
center.
yeah.
Other than the Devolver's little
The
trailer
Devolver
thing
space
outside.
wasn't too bad. It was a little hot over there, but I mean, it was
I
kind
thought
of
it was
smart.
cute.
They had
Yeah.
all these little trailers, so like each game kind of had their own area where you could have like a meeting with the developer. It was nice.
And
Yeah.
food?
I don't know.
And the food, yeah, of course.
I'm curious to see how this works for you.
And I will say, for anybody listening or watching, so you're going to want to gear up for E3 2016. Start anchor down in front of your IGN Xbox One app to watch all of our coverage starting Sunday.
Sunday
We don't even know
early,
what time.
probably.
It
Yeah.
could be, if this press conference is in the afternoon. So,
When's Konami normally Sunday, right?
Konami has not done a press conference in a long time.
Well, yeah, they have the show that or whatever they do though before E3.
No.
Not
No?
in a while.
No.
And
All right.
also,
Maybe I'm
Konami
mistaken.
We'll have
fired
nothing.
anyone that's good at making video games. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'll be a little bit different. I don't think Bethesda's going to have a conference.
No, I feel like that conference last year was basically just a Fallout conference, and
Yeah.
I loved that they did that, and I loved
Yeah.
that it was so like actually gameplay heavy.
You don't think they'll do it again?
No, I don't think Bethesda
No,
will,
not
and I
until
think
the next Elder
Square
Scrolls.
will move into
Yeah.
EA's slot.
Bethesda did say after last year's, they were asked, of course, are you guys going to do this every year? And they very openly said, we might not, we may not do this every year.
No, I
And
think
it
that
doesn't,
they'll do it for a new Elder Scrolls. They'll do it for
Yeah.
a new
Right,
Fallout.
it doesn't
What
make
about a
sense.
big piece of Fallout DLC though?
not worth a
I don't
conference
think it's worth
for.
a conference.
Yeah.
Well, they
Yeah.
still have Doom. That won't be released by that point.
It will.
Right?
It's due spring, so it
All
should
right.
be.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Never
sure
mind.
they won't do this year.
Yeah.
I mean,
would make
yeah,
sense.
because that's the thing. They don't have any other. I don't think they have enough of a lineup that they could do another conference right now.
Yeah.
Like everything
If
came
everything's
out,
released, then
When's
yeah, it would be
Dishonored?
difficult.
When's Dishonored?
It's not
we don't know yet.
Yeah,
So they could
and
show
that's
that.
not
I still
big
don't
enough.
think they could do it though.
Yeah.
But assuming Doom is out, Fallout just came out.
I mean, and when you consider how much of that conference was
Was
Fallout,
Fallout.
it was
Yeah.
like half an hour.
Yeah.
So it was
Almost.
like
It's half of it.
getting rid of that. What are they going to do?
And Fallout Mobile.
Yeah, I was so
That's
excited
true,
about
yes.
that.
Fallout Shelter.
I played it for like a week or two.
I still
Everybody
play
did.
it every time
Really?
I get on a plane.
Yeah.
Play it on flights.
Why not?
Well,
Good
because
time.
it's slow and crashy. But aside from that, and there's
Why
absolutely
not?
no
all,
end
all
game.
the bad stuff.
And once you get past like 20 dwellers, then there's just nothing to do. But
Yeah.
still pick it up sometimes.
All
I
right.
really liked it when it was announced.
Alana, I'm going to go to you
Hey,
for. You're in the Mitch chair. This is the chair that usually does this part of the show. The
Canada.
marketplace
It's
report.
called the foreigner's chair.
Yeah. What can we spend our money on, either in retail or digitally this week?
Oh, hey, Lego Marvel Avengers. Which,
you know about that
Do you
game.
think people should buy that product? Read or It's-
yeah, so my review will be up on IGN right now, but It's really like specifically tailored. It's not co-op friendly. It's the least co-op friendly of all of the Lego games for sure.
Hilarious that a Avengers
I know.
game is not.
Well, I think the reason why is because they tried so hard to keep it to the movies that it means that like any one-on-one battle, like the Hulkbuster battle with Hulk and Hulkbuster, was just like one person in the Hulkbuster and then another person just like
Hanging out.
And it's
in
like
a
really,
helicopter or
and
something.
we,
I don't really. Because Marty and I played the co-op together.
yeah, and like they take scenes where there was only one Avenger in the movie, and then the co-op person is some like
It's just useless.
random shield agent that has
Yeah.
no powers.
Yeah.
And so like the person who gets to be Captain America is having a ton of fun and solving all the
player
puzzles.
2 is
Yeah.
gets the
yeah.
shaft.
Yeah.
Yeah, like an example of that is like there was one part where there's like a laser and Cap has to deflect the laser with his shield to like break something, and I was like a shield agent while I think Marty was Cap.
Yeah.
And the shield agent couldn't move forward because the laser was there and it'd kill him.
Yeah.
So you just have to like stand there and like walk around awkwardly for like, I don't know, 20 seconds or something.
Yeah.
Like it's really not
It
co-op
happens way
friendly.
too often.
It's also it's the first one where usually if you're building something, you can just like spam a button and you can both do it together. For whatever reason in this one you can't do it together.
No teamwork.
Does also have co-op combos though, which I think are very
Those are
very
cool.
cool. Which is like
The open
cool
world's
little
really
animation
impressive
stuff.
and
Open
neat.
world's really cool, but as a whole, it's like weirdly disjointed and let down by the fact that it tries to follow MCU really strictly. So I think you'll like it if you really, really, really like MCU and you watched the movies recently. I hadn't, so some of it was confusing. But I'd seen them all, but like not since they came
Yeah.
out or whatever.
I had seen them recently, and it was still weird.
Still
and
confusing. It was just
Yeah.
really like, it jumps between Thor: The Dark World and Captain America, the first
Yeah.
Avenger First
Yeah.
Soldier, whatever it is. And then like Avengers 1 and Avengers 2, just like all over the place. It's super weird. So I think, yeah, a specific set of people will like it. People who play it by themselves, people who love MCU. But otherwise, I would just suggest playing Lego Marvelous Superheroes instead.
Noted.
Available today.
Yes.
What else? Anything we can download?
You can download Clockwork Tales of Glass and Ink, which is $10 with a free trial. I don't know what
I
that
looked
is.
this up. It's
And
I love
Oxenfree,
the art.
just going back.
It's all
It sounds
super.
like it would have nice art.
Yeah,
actually.
it's super hand drawn. Like it actually looks. It's that sort of style where it just looks like a still, almost painting, but then it's animated.
Of glass
It
and
looks
ink?
really nice, and it's an adventure game. So sounded
But honestly,
promising.
that title, how nice does that sound artistically? Just reading that, I'm
Oh,
like,
okay.
I bet that game looks pretty.
yeah, it totally. An
I
artist
bet
made
it has
that title.
nice, chill sounds. and
How would you read that with marketing man voice, Ryan?
Clockwork Tales of Glass and Ink.
Well
Nailed
done.
it. Team
That was
nailed
my
it.
glass noise.
But I
Team
feel
effort.
like their trailer was like, Clockwork Tales of Glass and Ink.
That sounds right. The accent sells it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to be a British lady.
Yeah.
And,
for some reason,
uh,
clocks and the British, they kind of go
Clocks.
hand in hand. Yeah.
Free trial. Can't. That's what we want more of. It's free demos, free trials. That's good.
Wait, what does $10 with a free trial mean?
The game is $10, but it has a free trial.
So you can try it out, then drop your
So-
$10.
That's my
Yeah,
shorthand
yeah,
at work
okay.
there.
It was like, you have to pay $10 for a free trial.
I don't think it's free anymore.
Makes
Microtransactions
sense.
reach a new low.
Yeah.
What about games with gold? What's going on there? We're wrapping up January.
Marketplace equals playable demo of WRC 5 FIA World Rally Championship.
That's a racing game.
That is
That's a title.
not aimed at the American audience,
Yeah.
but yeah, that is a rally racing video game you can play a demo of.
That's cool. January games with gold. We have Killer Instinct, which, what up, Destin?
That's good. That's
Big
a good
fan?
game. Yeah. Season
All
1
month
was
long.
awesome.
Yeah. Zeros?
Yeah.
I'm not sure what that is, but I like that name. It's
People say it's
Heroes, but with a Z on front.
a Zed.
That
off
just
the
happened.
show.
That's how I say that. And that one's for Xbox One, and then Deus Ex Human Revolution on 360, which you should definitely play.
Grab it.
Download it, try it out.
sure.
The controls are a little weird at the beginning, but after
Yeah.
like the first mission, you're pretty used to them. Just
Yeah.
kind of get past that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely agree. Actually, that game gets stronger as it goes on.
Yeah.
Totally worth playing because, there's going to be a new Deus Ex eventually, and I'm worried about the old Deus Ex games aging really badly.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the same with Thief. I want everyone to play Thief now, so when there's a new Thief, they don't just fall apart and cry.
Mm-hmm.
Which I mean, Dishonored, I guess, is new Thief.
Yeah, Dishonored is the thief.
Yeah. But it's like I feel like they're really hard to go back to, but I don't want people to miss out on Thief
Yeah.
or Dishonored.
There's more games.
February. They
Well,
announced
okay,
it.
February, we have Hand of Fate, which is a cool card game.
What the hell is that?
It's a card game.
Tim Schafer tweeted about it the
Oh.
other day, about really liking it.
I like him.
That's all
He's a good
February.
guy.
And Styx Master of Shadows for Xbox One.
Can we trust him?
And
Like the
then-
band Sticks.
I'm gonna be honest. Most of these games.
No,
suck.
that's
haven't heard of
that's a
most of these
stealth.
games.
The Styx game is a stealth game, actually.
And
Oh,
I'm
really?
just breaking balls.
Oh, Master of Shadows. Of course it
Yeah.
is. God damn it. On Xbox 360, we have a Scared Citadel and
Sacred.
Oh. Sacred. The Citadel is scared, so it's like Citadels can't speak. And Gears of War 2.
It's a scared sacred citadel.
Sacred
Yeah.
Citadel.
And then the only thing that ever matters is that Gears of War 2, the best Gears of War game, is going to be free for the second half of the month.
The worst Gears of War, Razor.
That's not even the Maria one.
He doesn't even
It is
say
the
it
Maria
like
one.
Yeah,
that.
it totally is.
It
She
is
doesn't
the
even
Maria
go
one.
here.
The whole game's about his wife.
Yeah,
whole-
you
well,
find
actually,
Maria
a lot
in
of
the
the
middle of the
game-
game and it sucks.
Gears 2,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what
It's
drives
Totally
you. Gears 2.
anticlimactic
Yeah.
and dumb.
And
No,
a
it was
lot
the
of
best.
his, a lot
I
of that at
cried.
the start of that game is about him like talking to people about where his wife is. And
Yeah.
they're like, I don't know, man, she probably dead.
Yeah.
It's the
Wife's
giant.
dead,
it's
yo.
the one with the giant worm that you have to
Yeah.
fight through.
I
in the
love that
middle.
giant
It's
worm.
Yeah,
terrible.
you get eaten by him, then you cut
What?
your way out.
Yeah, you have
Terrible.
to. It's
You
awful.
got those cool chainsaw
Is it
duels.
also the one that has that weird science facility?
Probably. I don't know.
I believe so.
The science facility where the things like just start breaking out and
Yeah,
I
it's-
played it once. I think I played through the campaign the day it came out, and for some reason I remember really liking it, and so I just stick by
I
my
think
fact that's my favorite.
I've played it twice. The first one I played a million times,
Yeah.
and then the third one I've only played once. But Gears 2 is still distinctly my favorite.
It's 2 I forgive because Cliffy B completely redeemed himself with Gears 3, which is the best Gears of War.
Nope,
What?
that's wrong.
It is. I
It
agree
is.
with Ryan.
Nope.
Gears have to be very unpopular opinions, surely.
Gears 3
No,
is
Gears 2
fantastic.
is the unpopular opinion.
Really?
Yes.
I would say 2, 1, 3. I still like 3 a lot.
Where do you put
No.
Judgment?
I didn't play it.
Oh. Mitch puts it at the top because Mitch is a real weird
Mitch
boy.
is a yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Gears 3 is the best Gears. Best story. Like it's
So
got a
that's
great
usually what I
story.
see people argue
Best
is that they didn't like
multiplayer.
the story. The
It's
multiplayer
the best.
was very
Yeah,
good.
the campaign is front to
Best
back the
arc,
best
yeah.
campaign.
I think it's good in the variety. There's a lot of different stuff that you do in that campaign where
Yeah.
you're like kind of all over the place and it never
Yeah.
gets stale, which I really liked. But the story, like, so I read the books before I played that game, and a
Oh
lot of
my
people
God.
say that it's better if you read the books. And if you don't, there's a lot of stuff that doesn't make sense.
Of 3?
Yeah.
What are
No,
those?
3
books
So
is
you're
like-
you're
the-
arguing
the-
for 2 above 3?
You're
Yeah, I prefer to.
What?
in
what
3
was
your
it?
relationship with your squad mates sort of pays off. Like there's a genuinely emotional payoff to that.
Yeah.
Who is
And then-
emotional?
Maria.
Well, she's dust. Awesome.
It's-
Buffalo
Broke my
shot.
heart.
2 was oh come on.
I was
I'm
so
sorry.
sad.
I have
Two-
to wholeheartedly disagree. 2 is a garbage.
Wait, you don't
I
even
really-
like it?
By
I
Gears
did not like
standards.
2. Like
By-
Wow.
I really hated the story of 2. It was dumb and
And I really
Yeah.
hated the worm thing.
But 3
Yeah,
is
the
just
worm
like
thing was
real
really
sad
awful.
Marcus Phoenix being a daddy's boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just really
Daddy
upset.
issues the game.
Daddy issues, the Marcus Phoenix story.
3, I will
I'm
stand
amazed.
strong.
Wow.
Stand
No,
strong.
I definitely still liked 3 a lot. I still liked it.
Yeah, and then certainly like multiplayer wise, it had the
I would say the
incredibly
multiplayer is the best.
refined horde mode, the best sort of best version of competitive multiplayer.
Yeah.
like
I think
as,
maybe
as
the
a
reason-
package. Like I gave that game a 10
As a package,
and I
yeah,
stand
it's
by
very
it
good.
from
I
back
feel
in
like
the day.
maybe the reason I prefer 2 is I'm thinking back to when I played it, and I feel like the leap from 1 to 2
Oh, it was
so
noticeable.
Yeah.
big
Yeah.
compared to the leap from 2 to 3.
If you play OG Gears 1, like
I
it
still
was
like playing
innovative.
it.
It was innovative for the time, but the update like really kind of
Yeah.
shows
So
what they
the-
wanted
the
to
two
do versus what
things-
they could with
Yeah.
the tech.
The two things that
I can't pinpoint why 2 is my favorite.
yeah,
the two things Gears 2 for me gets a ton of credit for is number
mode.
one horde mode.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
By a mile. And then the other thing is chainsaw duels.
Yeah.
Oh,
Those
yeah.
were great.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are red.
Those
It's
were
kinda-
great.
That was the combat, the constant like, go around the corner, chainsaw. Like now you actually had a chance. Like if
Yeah.
somebody's
and
running
in,
at you
and in
with a
multiplayer,
chainsaw.
you could be dueling, and then
Yeah.
some other guy could come up and be like, "Ha ha!"
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually crazy to think about the amount of stuff that Gears of War actually did like innovate. Like the cover system in itself has been copied by a million
Yep.
things. Like that, it's so well done. Horde mode is now in tons of other stuff. Like Gears of War.
I love the
burst a lot of
reload
stuff.
thing.
Oh.
It
Oh,
gave,
active reload.
Yeah, active
That was
reload kind of
great.
gave you a mini game every
Pretty
single
much
time you
nothing has
reload
copied
it.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
interestingly.
And I always
And
did
you
it
got
every
a power
single time.
boost in multiplayer and everything.
Yeah, I
So it
really
was really
liked
important.
that. I'm surprised
Yeah.
that other stuff hasn't
yeah,
done
Horde
that too.
Horde kind of gets co-credit with Halo ODST's firefight mode because they both, as I recall, came out around the same
I
time.
think Gears was before ODST.
Well, Might have been. I'm
I'm
gonna
not sure
trust you on
exactly
that.
either.
But yeah, they after both of those, it was then we just saw Horde modes and everything.
Yeah,
after that.
Firefight is also very good. Played a
favorite
lot of
sound
that.
in Gears
But
of
I
War.
mean, it literally is horrible.
Chunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That grenade
Yeah.
sound when you tag somebody.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it feels so good. Yeah.
All right. We'll come right back, do a little trivia. Alana with a chance to get in the game here, get on the scoreboard
Oh yeah.
right after this. All right, let's finish up with the Unlock Block trivia game. Let me check the scoring here while I read the question. Which
I have
comes to
1
us-
point.
You do. You got on the
Yeah.
board last week.
Yeah.
Patrick from up in Toronto, Canada wins, and he has chosen. Square Enix was kind enough to donate 2 copies of the Life is Strange limited edition, the retail full package,
Oh,
which
cool.
you guys were just bad mouthing at the beginning of the show.
I wasn't. I haven't played it.
You
I can't
didn't.
badmouth it.
Don't play it.
Yeah.
It's no, you know, it is a very. We talked about this before. It's a very much a kind of. It's a polarizing game. There are people that super love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there are people that definitely do not.
No,
But-
yeah. There's episodes that I like.
Yeah.
The first one is trash.
Well then, you have a chance to win a copy of it.
Yay!
Just as Patrick, that was
Congrats,
his choice.
Patrick.
So he's getting a copy
Sorry.
of Life is Strange for Xbox One, as the game that you just heard is terrible, according
The
to a lot of
first
peers.
episode is
Just, I'm just
Congrats,
It gets
Patrick,
better.
and thanks, Square.
Alana, why don't you just don't like games that start girls?
Yeah, that's what it is. I just hate women.
So Patrick, thank you for writing in. Here's the question. He says he just got an Xbox One for Christmas and he's been listening ever since, trying to get caught up. So welcome to the show, Patrick.
We apologize.
In the 2008 Silicon Knights game, Too Human. You guys remember that one?
Yes.
That was hyped. Supposed to be a trilogy, never happened. You
Classic
took the role of what Norse god? What was the name of your protagonist in Too Human? This one I got. I remembered this. Was it Heimdallr, Bela, Balder, or Uller? Those are all
all these names are real silly.
mythology-sounding names. One of them is correct.
Gonna guess B.
All right. Well, did everybody write down their answers?
Yeah.
Or-
Is that what
all
you're
right.
saying?
You guys already did. So I'll remind you, Mitch is 3 points, but he's not here. So Destin and everybody chance to gain some ground. Destin with 1, Marty with 2.
Yeah.
Chance to
Steve
tie
Gaynor
up.
with 0.
Stave Gaynor with a donut. Yeah.
Come
and
on,
Alana
Steve.
with a chance to get on the
Jeez.
board
It's like
here.
he's not even trying.
It's like he doesn't even show up.
Yeah.
Man, that guy.
Classic Gaynor.
So Alana, you're thinking B? You think it might be Bela? That's who you played?
Yeah, my logic for that is that I didn't play it.
And it sounds
and Balder
nicest.
is like already like a common term, and the others are harder to pronounce.
Like, all right.
So I'm
Baldur's
like,
Gate
that's what they would,
almost.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Fair enough.
It's already
Yeah.
recognized. So I'm
Yeah.
like, they did the easy one.
I will go to Destin next.
Uller.
Uller?
D.
Yeah.
Still holding out for the trilogy. Can't wait.
Keep waiting, man.
The Silicon Knights, man.
Dennis-
Great company.
I think if you can give Dennis Dyack, I don't know, $20 million, you might be able
To
to
pay for that lawsuit
be able to get
from this game.
to get the next game made.
Poor Steve.
Marty.
Yeah.
Stop cheating.
Sorry. No, I'm not cheating.
He
Andrew's
Googled
freaking
it.
out. You're both wrong. The correct answer is C, Balder.
Marty is
Oh, it is?
correct.
Yeah.
Bravo,
Yeah.
Marty.
Oh,
yeah, good memory, Marty.
I played
Balder.
a lot
Not
of this
clapping.
game for some reason.
Really?
I was real silly. Yeah.
It wasn't a bad game. It
not
just
bad.
wasn't a great game.
No.
It had a lot of hype, and it didn't quite live up to that. But yeah, not a bad game at all.
Yeah. Now I'm tied with that Canadian fool.
That's true. Good job, Marty. Good job, Patrick from Toronto, for winning. If you would like to win either a copy of Life is Strange, I've got one more retail copy,
Everyone's favorite.
or there's some download codes for a few other things, including old backwards compatible Gears of War games from 360 that'll play on your Xbox One, and a copy of Tomb Raider Definitive Edition for Xbox One as well. You can send your Xbox-related trivia question along with 4 multiple choice answers. Please note the correct one in your email. And if you want Life is Strange, I'll have to mail it to you, so please include your mailing address. And send that to unlocked@ign.com, and we'll play again next week.
How does the mail work? Are you able to get this all the way to Canada?
I think
mail
we
things to
we
Canada?
can handle that.
Can they play it there?
We have
Is
the
it region
facility.
locked? No, I'm just kidding.
We have the faculties to make it happen.
We have the technology.
We do. Let's go. Let's end this show before. Oh my God, it's an hour and 24 minutes.
Oh yeah,
already.
we're way over.
I don't even know. I went into this going, we don't have a lot to talk about this week, but
Spent a really long time talking about burgers.
a couple minutes.
Yeah.
But that's always time well spent.
28 minutes.
That's
in the
We
intro.
talk about.
That was our longest intro in a while.
We talk about burgers.
You mean in like
literally
2
every
episodes?
Yeah, yeah,
Since
right.
Steve Gaynor was here.
Yeah.
All right. IGN Prime. That is a nice way you can support IGN. Give us $30, and in return, we'll give you 1 year of ad-free viewing on IGN.com as well, with video on your videos as well. Go to IGN.com/Prime, and that also occasionally gets you beta access to certain things, free games from time to time. So, like to think it's a good deal for both parties there.
Yeah.
That's how that works. Fair deal. Okay, the IGN Xbox 360 app is retired. Hope you had a chance to salute it.
Yep.
You know,
yeah. We
send-
gave it a Viking funeral. We
Put
pushed
it in
the
a boat.
360 in a boat in the bay.
Lit it on fire.
We
Cried.
released a bunch of balloons. They all went to the bay. We're in trouble.
Yeah, we
Just
got
blame
in
it on
trouble for
THQ.
littering.
It's fine. Yeah. So hope you said your goodbyes to the 360 app. Please download our Xbox One app if you have not already, as Alana dies.
Sorry.
Speaking of funerals, Alana's will be next.
It's been a slow death. It's fine.
We're all-
I've been sick for a month.
She led a good life.
We're
Go
all-
to the doctor.
Yeah, okay.
I know
Maybe-
they're probably not as
You
good.
have
They're
those in
very
Australia, right?
confusing. Yeah, but in Australia, you just call up and you're like, "Hey, I need a doctor," and they're like, "Okay, your appointment's at 5."
No, in Australia have witch doctors.
Well, here you just
like
call up,
Mumbo.
and it's kind of the same actually.
It's not
Sometimes
at all because there's only certain doctors work with my insurance, and the doctors in Australia is free.
Which
and here
insurance
it's like
did you choose?
I don't
when
even know.
You don't even. That's
I
not
pay
a good
$30
thing.
every time I go.
It's very
That's how it works
confusing.
here.
It's all very confusing. That's why I'm dying. Anyway.
Anyway, if Alana doesn't die, hopefully we'll be seeing her again on Twitter at where?
At Charolanazard.
What?
Can you spell that? Please.
If you put in CHARA, it comes up.
All right.
We'll
You're the
take
most
it.
famous Chara on Twitter.
I am the #1 Chara.
One
on
step
Twitter.
off from Chris
Charla,
Charla from
yeah.
Microsoft.
Yeah.
Oh man. Marty. What
I-
are you working on besides Lego? We should go read and watch your Lego Avengers review.
Yeah. Do
Any-
that.
What other toy things of yours should we be checking out
How
on
much
IGN?
toy things? Today we're unboxing, which means it'll be up by the time you watch this. Cool Kingdom Hearts thing.
Yeah.
You're doing that with me.
Little
Marty?
Sora. Yeah.
Little Halloween
Nice.
Town Sora, which is super cute, and he's worth like $140 or so. So he's a
We
pretty
should
cool
keep it in the
guy.
box and sell it.
We should not do that.
We're not allowed to do that,
Spend
Marty.
it on drugs.
We're not going to spend. Marty, no.
Spend it on a doctor's
People
appointment.
need to see it. Well,
See how
maybe
we
no.
can see how here at IGN we convert toys into
Into
narcotics.
But Marty, where can we find you?
I'm at McBiggity.
Doing drugs.
She was trying to
I'm
segue
doing
to you,
drugs
Marty.
at McBiggity.
Yeah.
2 G's and 2 T's. Don't follow me. That's terrible. I just tweet sassy jokes. Or do. I don't know.
Follow me instead at Destin Legary.
It's not an or it's not an either or thing.
He said
you,
not
you
to
can only
follow him.
follow one person here.
Yeah.
That's-
so make your choice wisely.
Choose wisely. Ryan gets all the follows.
Unless you like baseball tweets and dog pictures.
I
don't know.
love
I follow you.
one of those. One of those things.
Yeah.
It's a very cute dog.
He won with
Thank
dog
you.
photos.
Very cute dog. I also tweet dogs. All right, a lot. Thank you.
I can keep up in this dog tweet race.
Quite a bit. I follow several dogs on Twitter. I highly recommend it.
Dogs and astronauts.
Do you follow my
Dogs and
dog on
astronauts.
Twitter?
How many
Dog is
people
a
listen
Twitter?
this far?
Yeah.
Follow all of us and let
At
us
Maggie
know.
the Boxer. You need to follow her.
I will follow her.
Follow
I'll
her
Maggie.
exploits. It's literally nothing but photos.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna follow her right now.
Thank you.
I'm
You
going to.
should.
Wow, a live follow.
Live follow.
It's an unlocked first, folks.
I hope you're listening, Maggie.
I gotta go.
Oh, she's listening. Destin, are you working on anything cool?
I'm gonna be at PAX South this weekend,
Right.
so you can
Hey,
come
me
say
too.
hello. Yeah, say hello to both of us. I didn't know you were gonna be there. That's awesome.
I'm not there for IGN. I'm going for fun.
Say hi to her anyway.
Yeah.
I'm going to be there for IGN with Sean Finnegan, Sean the Shark. So say hi to us. Follow me on Twitter at Destin Legary. I do some Twitch streaming after work, twitch.tv/the Destin channel.
You should also follow Maggie the Boxer on Twitter because it's very cute.
I told you.
There are pictures
I did
of
not
her
lead you
sleeping
astray.
on a couch.
Yeah.
And this one she's upside down. It's all very cute. Highly recommend it.
You can follow me on Twitter at DMC_Ryan. My Twitter profile has a link to some t-shirts you might like and want to buy. Would love it if you would do that. And my Tesla podcast is called Ride the Lightning. It airs every Sunday. You can find that on iTunes just by searching Tesla. And what am I doing for work?
Nothing.
I don't know.
Just hanging out.
I'm reviewing a game, but it's not an Xbox game. But it's a game you should play anyway.
What are you reviewing?
I mean, probably. I'll find out when I finish reviewing it.
What is it?
We're not, you can't say it's
It's a thing that's coming out
Bragos.
soon.
He's in Bragoed.
In Bragoed.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
We're gonna have an IGN. We probably can't talk about that, but we're gonna have a new IGN first
Next
It's
month.
February.
Oh yeah, Monday. Thank you. The February IGN
welcome.
first kicks off, which will be relevant to Xbox One fan
Yeah.
interests. I
Halo
will say that.
6.
Scoop.
Wow.
Yeah.
Done. Mm-hmm. Anyway, for Marty, Alana, and Destin, I'm Ryan. This was Podcast Unlocked 230. We'll see you guys next week.